Yo! What is good, Sixer Nation? Welcome on in. Back at it again. Second of a back-to-back. After a cardiac win last night at the Fargo, we're back once again as the Sixers take on the Miami Heat on trade deadline eve. Sixers had a second trade today. We broke that down earlier, and we'll get into it more here tonight. And we'll talk about whether any more moves will be made, as we are just about 20 hours away from the 2025 NBA trade deadline. Sixers know how to keep it interesting, don't they, man? In the meantime, they need to get a win. They need a W, man. Looks like they're trying to push to make the play-in, the playoffs. See what they can do, man. See if they can get another one done. But the fact of the matter is, we had this chat on fire last night. Literally. Chat was going crazy. Maybe our best stream of the night. I'm sorry, of the season. See what they can do tonight. And of course, we have some updates. Now, yesterday we hopped on Pregame and we talked about the Sixers trading Caleb Martin. And I do want to touch on the KJ Martin stuff here in just a few minutes. I know we only have about 5-10 minutes till the game begins. I don't really want to talk about this matchup too much. We know that Jimmy Butler is throwing a hissy fit and he doesn't want to play for Miami. The question is, will he be traded? We'll talk about more of those rumors as we go on tonight. But the main thing for the 76ers is that Joel Embiid is out tonight. He's not playing any back-to-back, so he is out tonight after having a triple-double in his first game back last night. Now on the flip side, Paul George does return to the lineup tonight. Pinky P is officially back. Drop a podcast P in the chat. So podcast P is back. We'll see what he can do. We'll see how he looks. Obviously, guess a nice way to put it is on thin ice right now with this team, with this fan base. So we'll see how it goes. But again, don't really like the inconsistency and just the unknowing of the lineup. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to expect tonight, but that's the updates on the Sixers. No Jimmy Butler, no Joel Embiid. Paul George returns. We'll see how he looks. We know Maxey, who's been on an absolute tear. He's averaging 33 points a game over the last 11. Had 33 last night. He's on fire, man. Tyrese Maxey's been incredible. And the Sixers traded away KJ Martin tonight. So we'll talk about that here in just a second. But I need to tell you guys about BetUS. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to skip right to it. All right, who are you picking tonight? I want you to drop your final score in the chat right now. Ladies and gentlemen, final score prediction in the chat right now. This is the Sixers Game Day Live Show presented by National University, powered by BetUS. You guys know the drill, man. All right, follow us on all platforms, all that stuff. Final score predictions in the chat. The Sixers are a 1.5 point underdog. That's how they started the day. They actually flipped over at one point to being a favorite based on Paul George being back. So this was the old odds from this morning, but now they are a slight favorite, but it's a very close one to call. It is the odd of the day, powered by BetUS. And to be honest with you, I don't really know how to go with this one. You know, I don't really know, because I think it depends what kind of Maxey we get. Obviously, we're expecting a good Maxey, but I feel like this is going to be a game where he has to take over, because I'm not that confident in Paul George. Not only is Joel Embiid out, but Andre Drummond is out as well. And you look at the Miami Heat, and to be honest, they're banged up and they're missing guys as well. Tyler Hero has been the main guy for Miami. But even with them, right, we look at their injury report, Couple guys out, nothing crazy, but Bam Adebayo, really I guess the go-to guy now with Miami with Tyler Hero. So I think Yabusele is going to have to play really well. I think it's going to be a close game. Just for the sake of getting another W, I'm going to pick the Sixers. So I'll take the Sixers spread. Very slight favorite. I think they're a 1 or 2 point favorite right now on BetUS, but go check them out, man. And use our code YouTube150. Get a 150% deposit match bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000 with BetUS. So go check out BetUS. I think this is a pick'em game, man. It's really very, very close, but BetUS has you covered with all the odds, all the spreads. Super Bowl coming up this week, right? Big game for the Birds. Need to get it done. And we have the Sixers as well. And also another interesting graphic as we talk about Podcast P. They actually have odds right now on BetUS about whether Paul George will get traded, and if he does, what team he'll go to. So right now, the Warriors are leading that race. We'll talk more about that as we get on here in this show tonight because Kevin Durant, there's been some, updates with his trade status with Jimmy Butler. So we'll talk about all that. But once again, go check out BetUS. Use the code YouTube150. I'm going to take the Sixers in a slight win tonight. I'm going to say 107 to 104. I really hope it's not a cardiac game because, to be honest, we're all kind of worn out. We had the game last night, the post game. And then I, broke down the KJ Martin trade today. We had the Caleb Martin trade yesterday, and we have a big day tomorrow with the trade deadline. So we'll see what happens. I think the Sixers have kind of tipped their hand. But again, drop your final score prediction in the chat. I'm going to say 107, 104. I almost had it exactly last night. Last night I said 120 to 115. It was 118 to 106 or 118 to 116. So we were close. But drop your score predictions. BLSG member for 10 months says, let's go. Drop in the yes, sir. And we have Brian Pumper with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. He says, RB, here is $5 for your entry ticket to the Wells Fargo. I cannot afford to give you another $7 for a hot dog. Josh dodging the tax to sign Eagles players. Brian Pumper, always coming in and supporting the channel. So thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I also want to remind you again, please do me a favor. First act of business, you come into the chat, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Help us get to 42,000 subs. If you want to become a member, become part of the family, get the merch discounts, the loyalty badges, and the emojis, go ahead and click that link, pin in the chat. We'll give some shout outs to our members here who support us. But yeah, man, the 20 and 29 Sixers taking on the 24 and 24 Heat. Heat have lost 2 out of their last 4. Sixers have won 5 out of their last 7. Close game last night. Probably shouldn't have been that close. We'll see if they can do it again. Obviously, we'll be on Trade Watch, though. I have a couple predictions for you guys tonight in terms of who's going to be traded. So I want to get your thoughts on who you think is going to get traded as well. But that's really all I got for this pregame show, man. It's hard to do a pregame when it's one guy in, one guy out, another guy in, another guy out. Who do you guys think is going to lead the game in scoring tonight as well? We'll read some final predictions here. We got 125, 100 says Kevin. Evans says 104.99 Sixers. Shorzy says Sixers win. BLSG says 113, 111 Sixers. Manny 110, 107 Sixers. Busy B 105.99 Sixers. Rob says 111.99. AD says 108, 101 Sixers. Lawrence says 110, 105. Dirtson, thank you for being here, man. Bears Rock says 0-2. PG breaks his 5th finger. I don't know what happened with PG, but he's finally back. And I don't know why he missed a lot of games like he did, but he hasn't played in 10 days. Pete says 117, 112 Sixers. Guys, if you're just tuning in, we do this every single game. All right, pregame, live game, post-game. We give you live streams, videos. We break down all the news. Whatever happens trade-wise, we'll be doing it. If they make a trade at 1 in the morning tonight, I'm going to try to stay up, but I'll tell you what, we will be live tomorrow for 3 hours. So, it's going to be an interesting trade deadline. We'll be live reacting like we do every year, and we will see what happens. Marcia says 110.95. Clint says RB is no Embiid. He does back-to-back. That's a fact, man. A little bit late, but we're here. Connor says, what are you drinking? I'm drinking some tea right now because, I've been doing Super Bowl coverage all week on my Eagles channel, A to Z Philly. Check that out. Mods, where's the mods at? If you guys are in here, drop the link to the Eagles channel. I've been doing Eagles coverage all week for the Super Bowl. I've been doing trade deadline coverage all week, videos, live streams, and then we've been doing back-to-back games here. So my throat is definitely taking a beating, but we're going to try our best here. We're going to try our best here tonight. I need you guys to keep the energy flowing, keep us up and going. We got 50 likes in the chat right now. Can we get it to 100? I'm trying to wake up the neighbors. We're going to wake them up tonight. We're going to wake them up tomorrow as we get ready for this trade deadline. So I want to talk about the trade stuff tonight and all that, but we got to get into it. Who do you guys think is going to score the most points tonight, and how many will they have? My quick prediction is going to be Tyrese Maxey again. I think he's just been on another planet, and I think he's going to be able to attack the paint pretty well against Miami and get to his spots like he has. And if he keeps up the mentality, hopefully Paul George doesn't throw off that dynamic. I think Maxey's going to do his thing. So I'm going to say Maxey drops 37 tonight. I'm going to say Maxey drops 37 tonight. Maxey for 37. No Joel Embiid. No back-to-backs for Embiid, but Paul George is back. We'll see how he looks, how the pinky holds up. If it doesn't end up being Maxey, I think it'll be Tyler Hero, but I'm going to go Tyrese Maxey with 37. All right, man. Let's drop the beat. Let's get into it, man. And if any trades go off, we got the siren loaded up, all right? So we're good. Just let me know in the chat. Let's go. Come on. No Quentin Grimes tonight, by the way, man, unfortunately. Trade's still being finalized. Could you imagine if they rescinded that trade because of a physical failure? Crazy, man. We got Sixers and Heat, though. Second of a back-to-back. RB's back. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. We got Tur tapping in from the Philippines. What's up, Philippines? Shout out to our Filipino viewers. Guys, please get active in the comments. Let me know, where you're tapping in from tonight, how you guys are feeling. Are you ready for this trade deadline tomorrow? Based on the rumors we're hearing, it could shape up to be a really crazy deadline. Heard some Durant buzz, Butler buzz. Paul George, maybe? I don't know. Lawrence says, RB, how was Aruba? It was amazing, man. Very, very good. Very relaxing and definitely a nice recharge for sure. Definitely needed it. Shoe Game says that KJ Martin was useless. I want to talk about that in a second, but I want to read some of the predictions here. Let's see. Shorzy says Maxey 30 plus. Yabu with 32. I like that. Good prediction. Maxey 35. Paul George with 33. Maxey 33. Justin Edwards for 40. Justin Edwards is starting again tonight. He has been an amazing gem for this team. Last night on the postgame show, I called him the next Isaiah Joe. I think Justin Edwards, you look at that game last night, that play he made in transition to block Najee Marshall, that literally won the game. Hit 4 threes, big time shots, big defensive plays. Guarded Kyrie late in the game. Justin Edwards is a steal, man. He's a steal, man. Someone said, I didn't know you had an Eagles channel. Just subscribe. Thank you, guys. And we did hit 10K on the Eagles channel, which was our goal at the start of the season. It was very outstretched, but we did it. So thank you guys for supporting that channel as well. I want to talk about the KJ Martin trade here for a second, because Sixer fans are getting on my nerves on Twitter. But we got 170 people, guys. I need you to do me a solid. Hit the like button, all right? Go down below. Takes half a second. Hit the thumbs up button. All right, you know how to support us. All the links are down below. Shout out to our partners of the show, National University, BetUS, RocketMoney. Support them. Links down below. If you guys want to cop some Philly Take merch, we got the promo code still up right now. Use code Philly Take to get free shipping. That'll be up probably for the rest of the weekend, and then it'll be gone. So go to PhillyTakeWithRB.com. Check it out. Brian Pumper, $5 super chat says, did you see Kmart crash out on the Sixers on Gil's Arena? He exposed that PG has structural damage to his pinky. Don't expect a return to form this season. I did not see that. Is that legit? Did Kenyon Martin really crash out and expose Paul George? Does he have structural damage? Because that's not good. That's not good. I get why he'd be mad, though. All right, here's what I want to say real quick before we hop in this game. I did a video earlier today breaking down the KJ Martin trade, but for anybody that is out there trying to tell you that KJ Martin and that trade was smart does not know what they are talking about. All right. And it's funny because every time I say something that isn't positive, you get the negatives that come out and they're like, hey, all you do is hate. And then anytime I say something positive, you get the negative Sixer fans who come out and they say, oh, well, you know, you're just always looking at the positive light. I tell you exactly what happens. That's what I do. I sit up here and I tell you what happens. All right. And what the Sixers did today, as I alluded to on the postgame show last night, was they tipped their hands. All right. They showed you what they were going to do. They traded Caleb Martin, and today they traded KJ Martin along with 2 second-round picks for nothing. They salary dumped KJ Martin. They signed him to a balloon contract back in the summer. And the reason I don't like the move today, not because I think KJ Martin is an all-world player. That's one misinterpretation of what I've been saying today on Twitter. The second interpretation is, oh, well, you know, the Sixers, you know, got flexibility for Gershon Yabusele to sign him. And I don't know how many times I have to say this to people, but no, they didn't. Because KJ Martin's contract was non-guaranteed. So they did not open up any new space to sign Yabusele. They didn't open up another mid-level exception because they already used one this season to sign Oubre. What they did today, it's kind of like you make a mess and you clean it up so it goes away and you don't want to talk about it anymore. The Sixers signed KJ Martin to a balloon contract. They inflated his number on purpose because, as we said in August, they were going to move KJ in a bigger trade, right? That was always the goal. And the thing that gets me mad is that they could have let KJ walk in the offseason for nothing. His contract was non-guaranteed, but today they went out and they gave up 2 second-round picks just to get off KJ's contract. And you know why they wanted to get off that contract so badly this season? Because it got them below the luxury tax line. It got them below the tax line. So for the third straight year, the Sixers go into the season above the tax, and then they duck the tax. They go below because Joshua Harris would rather give up valuable draft picks than pay tax. That is what happened. There is no other explanation, and that's what happened. That is what happened. So I don't want to hear anything else about this and this and that, and it was smart, and oh, we're going to sign a guy in the buyout. No, we don't sign people in the buyout. We sign, like, the buyout is not good. The buyout market is not good. It's never good. You don't sign any players that can fix all your issues. They duck the tax, and that is what happened. Here's your starting lineups for tonight for the Miami Heat: Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Haywood Highsmith, Bam Adebayo, and Khalil Ware. And for the Sixers, Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre, Justin Edwards, Gershon Yabusele, and Paul George. So Paul George is back. So I'm going to give you guys my predictions about what will happen tonight and tomorrow before the deadline. And I agree, Brian, KJ was starting to play decently well before he got injured, but Pistons were willing to eat on salary, and they did it. You know, so that's kind of where we're at. That's where we're at. Lawrence, thank you so much, man. Shoe Game says, RB, if Morey could ever find a way to get Isaiah Joe back, we would win the chip. I don't know about that, but we might have a new Isaiah Joe and Justin Edwards. All right, here's what I need you guys to do, man. I need the members to get active in the comments. I need y'all to drop the emojis. We got 200 people in the chat. We don't even have 100 likes. I need y'all to smash that thumbs up because we're out here grinding. We're giving you the content for free, and I need you guys to support the show by taking 1 second to help us push it out to more viewers. So that's what I need you guys to do. We'll be talking trade deadline stuff. If any trades happen, we will talk about them here live as we react to this game. Jonas Valanciunas got traded to the Kings earlier. And other than that, we're still waiting to see what happens. All right, man. Sixers rocking the blue unis. They win the tip-off. Miami rocking their red unis. Here's Tyrese Maxey up top coming off a 33 bomb. Here's Paul George in the corner. A 3-ball misses the first shot of the game. And here comes Miami. No Jimmy Butler, obviously, who has been throwing a tantrum. No Joel Embiid tonight. But Paul George returns to the lineup. We'll see how he looks. Maxey steals it up top. He's going to take it all the way. Goes right up and in. Big time bucket off the steal by Tyrese Maxey. And that is how we begin the game. Here is Bam Adebayo up top, guarded by Gershon Yabusele. Here is Duncan Robinson, an expiring deal, which, man, they are excited to get off of that. He misses the floater, and Adebayo throws it down. Yabu's going to have to do a really good job of boxing out tonight. Clayton says, agree with your analysis. I'm really puzzled on the 2 picks. And you know what's crazy, Clayton? A lot of people are saying, oh, well, second-round picks don't even matter. Paul George going to miss another 3. They're like, yeah, second-round picks don't even matter. Yeah, they do, man. You can hit on some really good players with second-round picks. Think about it, Dembona, Isaiah Joe. Like, there's a lot of guys you can hit out there on second. So to give up 2 second-round picks to get off a contract that you did on purpose just to try to get another piece, it just shows me that, again, the Sixers are ducking the tax, and they don't view this season as being serious. They don't view themselves as competitors or contenders, which is why I don't understand why Joel's even coming back at this point. Because, look, man, the Sixers they're winning too many games. Maxey misses a 3. They're winning too many games to try to get that top 6 pick, but they're not going to be good enough to get to the top 5 in the East. So it's very puzzling. Adebayo turns around, fades, and he's fouled. All right, guys, give me your thoughts in the chat right now. Guys, 88 likes. Get us to 100, man. Come on. Try to wake up the neighbors now. Jimmy J says Hero or Maxey's a real convo now. Jimmy J, you love coming in here and hating, bro. You've been doing it for 5 years. Don't you ever get tired, dog? Appreciate the support, but like, damn, Jimmy J. My boy's been coming in here trolling us for 5 years, man. First free throw missed by Adebayo. We got Busy B in the chat. Sean J, Bears Rock. Come on, let's see those emojis, man. We got the Yabu emojis floating. Lawrence says, RB, your boy JJ did a good job while you were on vacation. Yeah, shout out to JJ, man. Great guy, man. Definitely support his channel. Second free throw going to be good. 1 for 2 at the line for Miami. If you guys have any questions for me about the trade deadline or about what happened today, please let me know in the comments so I can answer your questions. Maxey drives, turns, and is fouled. Great aggression there by Tyrese Maxey. It's definitely very interesting, man. Definitely very interesting. Let's see. This team is too confusing to keep up with, says Sean J. First one go to the line for Tyrese Maxey. Kings got Valanciunas for 2 seconds. Yeah, they did. I thought he was going to go to the Lakers, but Lakers still looking for a center. In a few minutes, I'm going to give you guys my predictions on what I think will happen for the Sixers, like which players I think are going to get traded by tomorrow. Because I do think the Sixers are going to make a move or two in addition to what they've done. Hero goes in, gets it plucked. PG, nice steal up the floor. Edwards drives all the way, lays it, missed it. Yabu, the rebound goes up, missed it short, and he is fouled. Yabu to the line. By the way, shout out to Tyrese Maxey with a couple at the line. Is Quentin Grimes playing? No, he is not playing. The trade is not finalized tonight. I'm guessing because of Caleb Martin's hip injury. I really hope that the trade doesn't get rescinded. And they're like, hey, Caleb Martin actually has a destroyed knee or hip, and we're not doing this trade. Could you imagine? First one go to the line for Yabu. Guys, we got 99 likes. Who is going to get us to the big 100, man? Come on. Come on, guys. Help us out. You guys were crushing it last night. One of our best streams of the season. The more you guys interact, the more fun we have. We do this every game. We break it down as it happens. We read your comments. We get everybody involved. And we do pregame, live game, and postgame coverage. Doesn't matter what fan base you support. Everybody is welcome. Let's get it going, man. Here's the rookie Khalil Ware, who's been playing decent this season. Hero drives in, gets it plucked, throws it back. Robinson out of bounds. Tapped away. Good defense by the Sixers. Going to stay with Miami. Tell you what, too, man. The the All-Star nod that went to Tyler Hero, a lot of people thought that should have been Tyrese Maxey, so I'm sure he'll be playing a little bit extra tonight with motivation. Speaking of Hero, he just drifts right in the lane, wide open, not contested, and an easy bucket for Hero. And I don't want to take anything away from Tyler Hero, man. He's had a really, really good season. He's emerged again. Here's Maxey from deep three, missed it. I think Hero's more comfortable now that Jimmy's not in the equation. He gets to be the primary ball handler. Hero drives in another easy bucket. Maxey nowhere to be found. Hero goes back to back. Do the Sixers make another deal, RB? Yeah, I do think they will, Andrew. Edwards wide open. Here's a three ball, missed it, and nobody there to rebound. Yabu, you got to get in the paint, bro. Got to get in the paint now. Adebayo down low, and he's going to get fouled. Mods, make sure you guys are dropping the links in the chat, letting people know to hit the like button, all that and more. Welcome on into the show. RB, should we trade Gordon for Gary Payton II? I don't even know what he's been doing this season. I don't even know what he's been doing, but I'll tell you what I think is going to happen with Eric Gordon. Here's Bam Adebayo at the top, working out of the perimeter. Tyler Hero, the handoff. He goes to the corner, pulls up a three ball, gets it to fall. Big start for Tyler Hero in this game. It is 10-6. Both of these franchises in a very precarious situation. We'll see what happens. Here's Maxey. Going to find Oubre. Oubre against Adebayo. He crosses, dribbles, drives, turns, spins, fades from about 5 feet. And that one is short. Just about 4 minutes into this game, Sixers struggling to find the hoop. They're 1 for 8. Here is the Miami Heat. Hero at the top. He's going to cross, drive, now stop on a dime. Now he kicks to the corner. Robinson has to pass out of the shot. Up top, 3 on the shot clock. Adebayo from deep. And that one is way off. Here come the 76ers. Edwards going to find Oubre. Now swings it to Paul George. Paul George against Haywood Highsmith. Going to find Maxey. 12 on the shot clock. Maxey against Highsmith. He's at the top with the left. Maxey going to get doubled. Here's Justin Edwards. Drives into the lane. Draws contact. Goes up. And that is going to be a foul on Khalil Ware. Good take there by Justin Edwards. We got 100 likes in the chat. Drop the yes, sirs. Let's wake up the neighbors, baby. It's about time, man. Let's go. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the Sixers Game Day Live Show presented by National University and BetUS. We do this every game, pregame, live game, postgame. Welcome in to the show. Justin Edwards misses the first one at the charity stripe. See what we got going on, man. See what we got going on. Second free throw going to be good. 10-7 is our score. 7:25 to go here in the first. 1 for 2 for Edwards. Hero drives again. Has Oubre in the spin cycle. And what a find. Finds Nikola Jovic at the dunker spot. What a pass by Hero. Man, Tyler Hero playing really good to begin this ball game. Here's Justin Edwards. Going to find Kelly Oubre. Drives into the paint, and he is fouled. So again, the Miami Heat trying to see what happens with Jimmy Butler. Hero's been leading the way, averaging 23.8 points per game, 5.6 rebounds, 5.5 assists. He has been the primary creator for the Miami Heat, having a career year. He's only 25 years old, man. Lottery picked back in 2019. He's averaged over 20 points for the last 3 years, and then this is the 4th year in a row. So he's playing really good, man. Got to give credit to Tyler Hero, man. He's shooting almost 40% from 3. We got Busy B in the chat. Don Boyle, Sean J, Rob Anderson, Hunter, BLSG, Ryan Rowe. What's up, bro? Lawrence Green, what's up, bro? Eric Gordon has entered the game for the first time in addition to Adem Bona. Kevin Love in for Miami. Here's a step back for Maxey. Missed it. Bona trying to track it down. He takes it away from K-Love, and then he's thrown to the ground. Foul by Kevin Love. Adem Bona tracking down the board. Looking hungry out there, man. Shout out to Adem Bona. Shout out to Adem Bona, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. 2 fouls on Khalil Ware, 2 fouls on Bam Adebayo. The Heat are in foul trouble, man. Heat are already in foul trouble. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Guys, get this up to 200 likes, man. Don't be a fraud. Go out there, man. Hit the thumbs up. Support us. Let me ask you guys in the chat right now, who's going to be tapping in tomorrow afternoon with us as we live react to the NBA trade deadline? Who is going to be with us tomorrow as we live react? If you guys have any questions for me about the trade today, if you have any questions about the Sixers trade deadline, let me know. Here's my first prediction, okay? My first prediction for either tonight at 1 in the morning or tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. I think the Sixers trade Eric Gordon. I don't view Eric Gordon as being here past this season. He has been shooting lights out in January, upwards of 40-45% from 3. He's been on fire. He did miss last night's game, but I think Eric Gordon is going to get traded for a second-round pick. That is my first bold prediction for the 76ers. Somebody said, what time tomorrow? So the trade deadline's at 3 p.m. Usually we go either 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern or 1 to 3 Eastern. So we'll either be live around 12 or 1 p.m. and we're going to react to all the trades. Usually we got the Shams and the Woj pulled up, but this time, no more Woj, man. No more Woj. It'll just be Shams and who else? Jake Fisher, Bobby Marks, who knows? RJ says, I'll be there for the deadline. What time is the stream going to be? Yeah, either 12 or 1. Make sure you got the notifications on, man. That's a really important thing. That way you know when we drop a video or go live. Does them playing George make you think we might not move him? Oh, yeah, I mean, if I had to give you my urge right now, my gut instinct, I don't think they're going to trade Paul George. Now, if Jimmy Butler gets traded and it is real and it's not just a straight swap to the Warriors, you know, like Kuminga and whoever else for Jimmy, if they need a third team to get involved, I do think that the Sixers could make a home run swing, but I don't think they're going to move PG. I don't think they're going to move. Well, actually, they can't move Embiid. They're not going to move Maxey. I think the Sixers are going to sell us on this idea next year. I do. They traded Caleb Martin yesterday. They traded KJ Martin today, along with 2 second-round picks. They dumped KJ's salary with 2 second-round picks in order to get off his contract, which made no sense because they could waive him at the end of the season. His contract is non-guaranteed next year. But why the Sixers did it now and gave up 2 valuable draft picks is because they want to duck the tax because Joshua Harris does not want to pay tax. Simple as that. Bona going to knock down the first. And it's really frustrating. I know the season has not gone the way we wanted it to. I know that the health of this team probably isn't where we want it to be. But they said that this was the year they were fine with staying in the tax in the first apron. Excuse me. They were fine with staying in the first apron this year, and now they decide to duck the tax for the 3rd straight year because they don't want to spend money. And they gave up 2 second-round picks to do it, which is ridiculous. Here's Tyler Hero, guarded by Adem Bona, crosses over, steps back, now to his left, finds a corner. Here's a 3 from Highsmith. Can't get it to go. Love tried to pull it in, and it was out of bounds. Going to stay with Miami. Tapped out by Gordon. Jovic, Robinson, Hero, Love, and Highsmith in for the Heat. Christian says, new here, was watching last night. It was fire. Keep it up. Thank you for being here, man. Welcome to the family, bro. Do this every single game. Here's Tyler Hero up top. 8 on the shot clock. Going to step back. Nice defense by Bona. Throws it into the paint. Taken away by Oubre. Here come the Sixers just about halfway through quarter number 1. Paul George going to drive down the lane, lost control of it, and goes out of bounds. They're going to say it went off of Jovic. Sixers will keep the ball. All right, guys, fire away any questions in the chat about the trade deadline. Any questions you have, fire them away in the chat. Adem Bona going to find Tyrese Maxey. Maxey going to find Gordon. Here is Paul George. Oubre going to drive, spin, pulls it up, and gets it to fall. Kevin Love at the top of the arc. He's going to find Duncan Robinson. 13 on the shot clock. Here's Kevin Love in the high post. K. Love against Paul George. He's going to dump it behind his back. Duncan Robinson going to pull up for 3. Can't get it to fall. And Oubre with the rebound. 1-point game, 12-11. Not a lot of offense. Here's Paul George. Saves it in the corner. Gordon from deep. And he airballs it. Also, guys, be sure you join our Discord server. One of the mods can throw it in the chat. Our Discord is how you call in post-game for now. We might have the phones open tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, join the Discord. We got a lot of people talking in there all the time. Do you think they would trade Paul George for Kevin Durant? Do I think the Sixers would do that? Yeah, but I don't think Phoenix would, and I think you'd have to get a third team involved. And Kevin Durant said today he doesn't want to play for the Warriors. He doesn't want to play for anybody, I guess. So he's on Butler time right now as Highsmith drains a 3 from the corner. I don't understand this whole concept that the Suns would trade Kevin Durant for Jimmy Butler because Bradley Beal doesn't want to get traded. He's not going to waive the no trade clause. Oubre drives into the paint, lays it in, free lane, easy bucket. I don't see any way the Suns trade Kevin Durant for Jimmy Butler. Missed down the other end by Miami, picked up by Maxey. Here come the Sixers, 4:40 to go in the first. Like, if you can't trade Bradley Beal for Jimmy, you're not trading Durant. That makes no sense. Maxey behind the back and a high scoop with the left. Beautiful finish by Tyrese Maxey. It is 15-15. Hero going to drive, floats it up, off the back iron and in. What else we got? Someone had a question about the tax. No, it doesn't benefit the Sixers at all. It benefits Josh Harris because he doesn't have to pay more tax dollars. I think the bill would be like 15 mil at the current number. Paul George turnaround fade. Paul George with a brutal start to this game. Here's Jovic. He's going to find Jaime Jaquez. Drives to the rim. Goes up. Nice contest by Adem Bona. And I think Adem Bona should be the backup center for the rest of the season. That'll bring me to my hot take number 2 here in a second. Oubre for 3, and he drains it. Good shot by Kelly Oubre. We got a timeout on the floor. Sixers take the lead. 18-17. Do me a favor right now. If you're there in the chat, like the video, like the stream. Little thumbs up down below. That's your way of supporting us, helping us get this show out to more viewers. We got 250 people in the house, man. Let's see. We got any more questions in here? RB, what would you like to see the Sixers do at the trade deadline? So before I answer that, they already have done something that I don't want to see, but here's my other take. So I said I think Eric Gordon's going to get traded for a second round pick. I also think Andre Drummond is going to get traded tomorrow. Andre Drummond has not played up to par this season. He's been hurt for how long now? And to be honest, with the emergence of the young guys, with how Adem Bona is playing, I think Andre Drummond is expendable, and I think they're going to move him. I think they will. Josh Harris put his money in the Commanders. He doesn't want the Sixers. Yeah, it's really crazy with when you listen to how he talks about Washington Commanders and then how he talks about the Sixers. So it's very frustrating for the fans. RB, what does the 2 second-round picks have to do with the apron? 2 second-round picks. So you're talking about the trade earlier today. So the second-round picks don't have anything to do technically with the first apron, but what they do have to do with is the Sixers called the Detroit Pistons and they said, you guys have cap space. Will you take this overpaid KJ Martin contract, right? Let's take it back a step. The 76ers paid KJ Martin in the summer. They paid him on what's called a balloon contract, an inflated number, because it was easier to move in the future for a trade. But that's when they thought they were going to contend. So they thought they were going to use that piece in a trade at the deadline, but now they're trying to clean up their own mess. Now, they could have waited till the end of the season and waived KJ Martin without giving up anything, because his contract next season is non-guaranteed. So they could have just cut him, waived him. He would have been gone in the summer. But the reason they did it now is because Joshua Harris wants to avoid paying luxury tax. So now they are $1.4 million below the tax line, meaning the Sixers will not have to pay any tax as long as they stay below that figure for the rest of the season. And the cost of doing that, the cost of making Detroit take on that overpaid KJ Martin contract this season, was saying, hey, here's 2 second-round picks for doing that. But again, they could have just waited and gone to the end of the season. But that also kind of makes me feel like they might not do anything else at all. Because it's like, all right, now you're below the tax. You know, you could have traded Drummond and Gordon, maybe got to that figure, or maybe somebody else. I'd have to look at it, but it is pretty interesting for sure. Here's Jaime Jaquez down in the block, turns, spins against Paul George, goes up, got it, and one, fouled by PG. A horrendous start by Paul George, man. Horrendous start. I mean, it can't even get worse than that, bro. Can't even get worse than that, bro. Like, come on, man. Come on, bro. Free throw going to be good. 20-18. Heat almost stole it away. Both were good. Here is Oubre, Paul George, Maxey, Bona, and Gordon. Kevin Love, Jovic, Highsmith, Hero, and Jaquez. Here's Bona, drives into the paint, kicks it out. Gordon, dribbling, driving, step over, goes up, airball to layup. Bona turns, goes up, shot clock violation. Yeah, Gordon, whatever injury happened to him, he might be cooked. That's 2 air balls. All right, guys, 264 people in the chat. Do me a favor. We're about halfway to 200 likes. Get us to 200 before the end of the first half. Let's do it, man. We got Sixers trivia coming up. Ball swatted away out of bounds. Going to stay with Miami. We got an interesting trivia question coming up today. So we'll see if Tommy Dotson, if you're out there in the chat, speak now, forever hold your peace. Trying to make it 2 in a row. Let's see, man. I would love it if Jeff Lurie could buy out Josh Harris. That'd be amazing. But if anybody, he might buy the Celtics. Here comes Kyle Lowry in the ballgame for the first time, along with Reggie Jackson, and we have the warranted death lineup on the floor. Kyle Lowry, Reggie Jackson, Eric Gordon, Maxey, and Yabusele. I mean, I don't know how you keep playing this damn lineup, man. This is like the worst lineup I've ever seen. Here's Tyler Hero, going to drive, spin, pull up, midi, can't get it to fall, rebounded by Lowry. Maxey one-on-one. They're double teaming Maxey a lot here to begin this game, so it's going to have to be somebody else that beats him. Yabusele crosses over, drives to the paint, goes up, contested. Nice finish for Yabusele. Does seem like the Sixers are going to do whatever it takes to keep Gershon, though. Some of these moves do kind of signal that they want to keep Yabusele, which is nice. Jaquez is going to find Highsmith, goes up and rolls around the rim. Can't get it to fall. And then we got a foul on the floor. I don't understand the Embiid thing. If he's saying he'll never play consecutive games, then he needs to retire, right? Yeah, that's what you would think. Can't wait to see how the next CBA rules change the game. Sean J, what's up, man? Yo, where's all my members in the chat, man? I need y'all to hit the like button, man. Hit the likes. Get them up. Like spike. Support your boy out here grinding, man. We were live last night. We're live tonight. And we'll be live tomorrow afternoon as well. Jaime Jaquez against Eric Gordon. 7 on the shot clock. He's going to drive, spin, kick it out. Here's a 3-ball from Jovic. Got it. Nice shot, man. Oh, was he out of bounds? Never mind. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. Does not count. Alrighty. Let's go, man. Get this chat popping. Here's Maxey, a 3. That one comes up just a tad short. Picked up by Miami, and here they come. Here's Terry Rozier in for the first time. He's going to find Jaime Jaquez for 3. Missed it short. And that one's poked away. Picked up by the Sixers. Yabu down the floor. Steps over. Goes up and in. Tough finish for Gershon Yabusele. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Here's Jaime Jaquez going to hand it off. Here's Tyler Hero. Hero crosses, drives into the paint, goes up. And a late whistle. Are you serious? Are you kidding me, bro? Nurse might challenge this one. Nurse might challenge this one. That's definitely an offensive foul. So no challenge. First one good for Tyler Hero. Just a botched call, man. Just a terrible call. Yeah, you're right. He can't challenge that. My bad. Terrible, bro. Can't challenge somebody's opinion. It's like, all right. 22 apiece. 1 minute to go here in the first. Yabusele going to float it up. Off the back iron. Can't get it to go. Knotted at 22. 52 seconds to play here in the first. Haka is going to drive in, and he's fouled by Kyle Lowry, the former Miami Heat. Any cheap European NBA G League or power forwards you can see us getting to cover both spaces? Nah, not really. Sixers do need to add another guy on their roster, though, so I think they're going to make a trade or two more and then just kind of float it out with Embiid and Paul George, however many games they play the rest of the year, but at least they got a little bit younger with Quentin Grimes. We'll see if they pick up another young piece, but Morey better be working the phones, man. Here's my question of the chat. If you think, if the right deal comes along by tomorrow at 3 p.m., would you trade Paul George, yes or no? Would you trade Paul George? Because I think if the right deal came along, I think you get off the back end of that contract. Sixers probably won't do it because they're going to sell us the idea of those three together next year, but I just think, man, like it's just not working out that well. 3-ball missed by Lowry. Here's the Heat down the other end. Easy bucket for Jovic. Oh, man. Yabu's got to develop a mid-range game. Yeah, he's not like a crazy polished offensive player, but for what we expected versus what the results have been, I think Yabu has completely overperformed. Here's a wide open 3. Gordon, you got to hit this, man. Thank you. Thank you. Good shot by Gordon. Good shot by EG. 7 seconds to go here in the first. Drive down the lane. Hero kicks it out. 3 from Rozier, and he answers right back. 1.4 to go here in the first quarter. Lowry full court heave is no good. That'll take us to the end of the first quarter. The Heat lead it 29-25. Welcome into the Sixers Game Day live show presented by National University, powered by BetUS. Like the show, subscribe to the channel. Give me your thoughts, man. It is time for Sixers trivia. If you get it right, you're going to hear this sound. It's not about who gets it right. It's about who gets it right first and types it in the chat. Going to be a little bit of a tough question here in the chat tonight. But before I tell you the question, man, I got to let you know that our Sixers Scholar Trivia question is presented by National University. National University is a nonprofit accredited university offering flexible online programs. Maybe you're somebody who's trying to balance work and life and school and everything else with going back, to higher education. And NU is perfect for you because they offer 4 and 8 week online courses while also allowing you to start sooner and finish faster. They offer 150-degree programs. credentials, and certificates. And most importantly, they understand that when you start or return to higher ed, you're not only a student, but a parent, caretaker, employee, and much more, all at the same time. NU gives you the support to balance your life. They're a veteran-founded university and awarded $50 million plus in scholarships last year. So if you're interested in checking out their flexible curriculum and program offerings, click the link down in the description or the live chat to get more info today. National University, where you can juggle school with everything else life has to offer. Shout out to our great partners, man. All right, the Sixers Scholar trivia question. Let's see who's going to be our Scholar of the night. It is, what is the biggest number of trades that have ever happened on an NBA trade deadline day? Let's see who can get it right without going over. Most NBA trades, the actual number of trades that have happened on an NBA trade deadline day. Most number of trades that have happened on a deadline day. Let's see who can get it right without going over. Or let's see if anybody gets it exact. Drop your predictions in the chat, man. Tommy Dotson won last night. We'll see if he can win again. I'll give you guys a hint, man. Here's the hint. It actually happened last season. That's right. 2023 was the most players ever dealt on a trade deadline day, and last year was the most deals that ever happened on a trade deadline day. So I'll give you guys about 20 more seconds, and we'll see who got it right. We start the second quarter. Heat lead it by 4, 29-25. Here is Jovic again, goes up, got it the fall. Former first-round pick, playing pretty well here tonight. Eric Gordon at the top. We still got this death lineup on the floor. This might be the worst lineup that I've ever seen. Jackson going to drive, and contest goes up and in. It's Jackson, Lowry, Gordon, Yabu, and Oubre. I mean, I don't think you can put a worse lineup on the floor than this. Here's Duncan Robinson off the dribble, gets it poked away again. Nice hand there. I think it was Jackson. Here come the Sixers. Lowry down the floor. He's going to find Jackson wide open for three and cashes it home. Reggie Jackson trying to get a little trade boost here. Reggie Jackson trying to put his name out there and get traded. Who knows, man? Haka is going to find Rozier. Rozier guarded by Oubre. Here's Adebayo. Adebayo going to find Jovic. Jovic up top. Rozier wide open for three. Can't get it to fall. Lowry picks it up the floor. Here's Kelly Oubre. Oubre going to find Kyle Lowry. Reggie Jackson pulls up for three. Got it again. Hold on, guys. We just got a Jimmy Butler trade. All right. We just got a trade. Hold on. Hold on now. All right, guys. We're going to get to the trade in a second here. Most number of trades that have happened on a deadline day. The answer is 19. 19 trades. And the first person to get it correct is Funk Soldier 90. Funk Soldier 90 got it correct. 19 trades on NBA deadline day. Funk Soldier 90. Congratulations, man. Thank you to everybody for playing Sixers trivia. But on an even bigger note, we just got an NBA trade, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy Butler has been traded to the Golden State Warriors in exchange for Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, and a protected first-round pick. Wow. I'm out here multitasking, man. The Miami Heat don't even know. They're playing right now. They don't even know Jimmy just got traded. Ladies and gentlemen, drop your reactions in the comments right now. So again, we talked about this a few minutes ago. We talked about this a few minutes ago, but the interesting part is that Jimmy Butler said he didn't want to play for the Warriors. I have so many questions, man. Here's a couple thoughts that I have. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm trying to pull this cord. But guys, couple quick things off the top of my head. Number one, I'm pretty sure Jimmy Butler didn't want to go to the Warriors. So will he play? Will he sign a contract? Will there be another standoff? Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry and Draymond? That's crazy. Number two, it probably seems like Paul George will be staying with the Sixers now. I thought the Warriors could, make a play for PG. The Warriors wanted Kevin Durant about 2 hours ago, and Kevin Durant said, no, I don't want to go there. So then they pivoted to Jimmy Butler, and they already got the deal done. I think the Heat got a pretty good deal for Jimmy Butler, but then on top of that, you think about Durant, right? The Suns were shopping Kevin Durant. So if Kevin Durant doesn't get traded, then what's going to happen in Phoenix? And how does Bradley Beal feel? I don't know. This is crazy. Crazy stuff, man. Will Jimmy Butler play for the Warriors? We'll talk about it here as we go on. But wow, what a day, man. What a trade deadline. Craziest trade deadline of all time as Adebayo hits the elbow shot. There's Kyle Lowry, drives to the rim, goes up and in. 2-point lead for the Sixers. Wow, man. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff, man. Wow. There's Terry Rozier against Eric Gordon. Going to find Jaquez, drives, spins. Jaquez goes up, turns, spins. Jaquez. And we had a travel, I believe. Wow, guys. 320 people in the chat. Do me a favor, like the stream, man. We're talking about the Jimmy Butler trade. Wow. Three ball from Miami. Rozier knocks it down again. A guy who usually plays well against the Sixers. Sorry, I'm trying to gather some info here on this trade. Wow. If you guys are just tapping in, Jimmy Butler traded to the Golden State Warriors. Oubre drives in and he is fouled. How are we feeling, man? How are we feeling? Will Jimmy Butler extend with the Warriors? I think that's the biggest question here. Like, will he play and will he extend? And going back to the trivia question, Funk Soldier 90 got it correct. There was 19 trades that happened last year on deadline day. Could we even see more this year? Because this is already shaping up to be a crazy trade deadline day. And once again, shout out to National University, our sponsor of the trivia question. Thank you. Woo! I think the Heat got a decent haul for Jimmy, knowing that he wasn't going to ever suit up again. Crazy stuff, man. Free throws good for the 76ers. We are still talking about everything here on this stream. 2-point lead for the Sixers. That one stolen away. Nice defense by Adem Bona. And Jackson down the floor talking to somebody. Sorry, I'm trying to focus, but I'm also trying to learn more about this trade that just happened. Who do you guys think won the trade, Miami or the Warriors? Heat or the Warriors? What do you guys think? There's Kelly Oubre on the wing working against... Who is that? I don't know who they just brought in. Who is that? Peel Larson? Pelly Larson? Forgot they got dudes playing because they just traded for some. Adebayo getting swarmed here by Kyle Lowry. He's all over him. Robinson cuts, drives, kicks to the corner. 3-ball. Rozier can't get it. Larson taps it back. Heat get another opportunity. Sixers still cannot rebound. 3-ball Miami. Another miss. Adebayo. Robinson a 3. That one short. Another rebound. Come on, bro. What is that? 7 rebounds in a row? Dear Lord, man. Holy crap. How many rebounds did they just get? That just pissed me off. And Nurse, get this dog crap lineup off the floor, man. All right, hold on. We just got more info. We just got more info, guys. We just got more info. So now apparently it's a 3-team trade. Shams just added this into the deal as well. Lindy Waters III. Shout out to Lindy Waters, man. Remember that guy that cooked the Sixers earlier this year? Lindy Waters III is headed to the Detroit Pistons in the deal. Josh Richardson is also headed to the Detroit Pistons via Miami. Wow. Wow. Okay, so now it's a three-team trade, as we know right now. This is a crazy league, man. And what are the Phoenix Suns going to do as Lowry misses the second free throw? Like, will the Phoenix Suns just be like, hey, nothing ever happened, Durant, like we're all good? Is that what they're going to say to KD? Here's Terry Rozier up top, comes around a screen, finds the mid-range space. Robinson off the move for 3. Can't get it to fall. Adebayo tries to tap it in and picked up by Justin Edwards. Here comes Justin Edwards, crosses, drives down low. Bona goes up, and he is contested and lost the ball. Here come the Miami Heat. Robinson, fast break. Adebayo swings it. Rozier drives into the lane, goes up, and he is fouled en route to the basket. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in. I need you guys to do me a favor and like the stream. We got 350 people rocking with us right now. Thank you all so much. We do this every single game. So I need y'all to hit the thumbs up button, man. Hit the thumbs up button. Get us to 300 likes. Jimmy Butler traded to the Golden State Warriors in exchange for Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, a protected first. Lindy Waters and Josh Richardson go to the Detroit Pistons, and we'll see what else the Pistons are doing. Pistons took on KJ Martin. Now they got Lindy Waters. They got Josh Richardson. Interesting for the Detroit Pistons. Wow. All right, guys, let's focus on the game here for a few minutes. Here's Justin Edwards going to find Paul George. This is why they should have like a 3-day period where nobody plays any games with the trade deadline. Maxey drives down the lane, turns, spins, finds Yabusele up to Paul George. Paul George, top of the arc for 3. Finally got one to go. First shot of the game that goes for Paul George. He's 1 for 4. Tell you what, man. 2 craziest days of the year for me. NBA trade deadline day and NBA free agency day. Like, I never stop refreshing Twitter. And obviously the shows are amazing, but they should have like a 3-day window for no games so we could just watch the trade deadline. Rozier with another tough bucket. Here come the Sixers. Maxey needs to get going here. Guarded by Pell Larson. He's going to drive, spin, fade. Maxey can't get the bounce. Tough start for Maxey. 2 for 7. Guys, what do you think the next big move is going to be? Adebayo just threw PG to the ground. That'll be an offensive foul. Like, are the Suns just going to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. We're getting more updates. Golden State Warriors star Jimmy Butler has agreed to a 2-year, $121 million extension with the franchise through 2026-27. He is declining his player option for his new $121 million deal. Holy crap. Holy crap. So they really gave him the money. 2 years. Oubre downhill finds a bucket. Wow. 3-ball for Miami. They answer back. So Jimmy just got $60.5 million a year. Too much going on at once, man. Yabusele a 3, he drains it. It is pretty wild that Jimmy Butler threw a whole tantrum and got exactly what he wanted. Like, that is insane, bro. I wish we could just talk about that right now. Here's just Justin Edwards, misses a 3, finds Paul George wide open, triple, got it. Back to back for Paul George. Wow. All right, man. We'll talk about it more as we go. More details coming out. This is insane. Sixers lead by 1. Here's Kelly Oubre, pops a 3. That one is short. If you guys are just tuning in, Jimmy Butler traded to the Golden State Warriors in a blockbuster. We'll talk about it more. Guys, get this to 200 likes, man. 370 in the house right now. Rozier off balance, misses it. Tapped up by Ware, missed it again. We got a cardiac game incoming here. Sixers lead by 1, 50-49. Here's Gershon Yabusele. Yabu down low. Oubre puts it up. He just missed a layup. Come on, Oubre. Are you kidding me? I need everybody to hit the thumbs up. We should have 300 likes by now, man. This is an insane night. Welcome in. Jimmy Butler just threw a tantrum and got exactly what he wanted. Think about throwing a tantrum for half of a season and saying, I won't play there, I won't play there, I won't play there. I want to play in Phoenix, but I won't play anywhere else. Then the Warriors are like, we'll trade for Jimmy. Then he says no. Then they try to get Durant. He says no. Then they trade for Jimmy and sign him to a 2-year, $121 million contract. So he gets $61 million a year. Unreal, man. Nice steal by Yabu. Edwards the other end. Got it to go. Sixers lead it by 3. It's like if Ben Simmons and James Harden had a child. Jovic for 3. He drills it. We got a tie game again. This game is nuts. This game cannot be this close right now, right? We don't want to talk about this game. We want to talk about the trade deadline, man. Maxey crossover, step back. What a shot by Tyrese Maxey.
He's on fire.
Oh, my God. Oh, my. What a move by Tyrese Maxey. Woo. Yo, this game is going crazy right now. Hawk is down in the block. He drives, spins, and is fouled. Holy crap, bro. There's too much going on in this game, man. 55-52. Maxey just hit a nasty step over. Crossover, step back. $2 super chat. Khalik and Luke says, where will Jimmy play this year? He just got traded to the Golden State Warriors. Jimmy Butler is on the Golden State Warriors. They just signed him to a 2-year, $121 million deal. $60.5 million per year. So they gave him exactly what he wanted. Not a max, but they gave him 2 years at $60.5 million. He said, all right, I'm going to Golden State. So it'll be Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green. Now Kevin Durant's got to go back to the Suns and act like nothing happened. Bradley Beal's got to act like nothing happened. The Suns might be even worse than the Sixers. Paul George is going to be staying with the Sixers most likely. I don't want all the trades that happen tonight. I want to live react to them tomorrow. I do think that there's going to be a lot of chaos tomorrow. So again, we're going to be live probably like 12 to 3 tomorrow, breaking it all down. But this is insane, bro. Luka Doncic, Jimmy Butler. Who's next? Who's next? Yeah, the players really are entitled. And the fact that Jimmy Butler, like I just said, let me ask you guys this. I know I'm saying a lot right now. Yes or no in the chat? Simple yes or no. Is Jimmy Butler the king of getting what he wants? It's like if Ben Simmons and James Harden had a child. Jimmy Butler just threw a tantrum for half of a season and got exactly what he wanted. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But Adam Silver lets this happen, and people wonder why, a lot of the folks don't like NBA players because the dude cried for half a season, got exactly what he wanted. Wild. Wild. Khalik and Luke, $2 super chat says, thank you, love your content. This deadline has been wild. It really has, bro. All right, let me see all the members in the chat. Drop the yes, sirs. Drop the fires. We need 3 more likes. Get us to 200. Don't slack in the chat. Get a like spike going, man. Who's going to be number 200? We're already waking up the neighbors, man. Let's wake them up a little bit more. Get your Wake Up the Neighbors tea right now on PhillyTakeWithRB.com. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, man. Hold on. We got more info. Hold on. I got to hit the siren, bro. This is insane. Sound the siren, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now a 5-team trade. Dennis Schroeder is headed to the Utah Jazz. Kyle Anderson is rerouted to the Toronto Raptors. It is now a 5-team trade. I can't take this, bro. Can the Sixers get in on this? Imagine if they pull Paul George off the floor like, yo, PG, you're getting traded, bro. What is going on right now? 5-team trade we're up to now. It is a 5-team trade. Holy crap. Maxey step back 3, missed it. This is unbelievable, man. Jaime Hawk is going to drive against 2. Got stuffed by Oubre. He throws out the defense, and then he's not looking. Oubre! Kelly Oubre just started celebrating, and the Heat got the ball back for a free layup. Bro. Tyrese Maxey coming around a screen. He's going to find Yabusele. Yabu going to find Paul George. Paul George going to pull up for 3. Missed it short. We're going to talk about this trade more at halftime coming up here. Tyler Hero guarded by Gershon Yabusele. He's going to dribble into the paint, drive, lost it. It's crazy because this is a really good game too, man. This is a really good game. 209 likes. Drop the yes, sirs in the chat, man. Drop the yes, sirs. Let's go. Come on, chat. Get us going, baby. Get us going. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 ball from Jovic, and he hits it. Heat lead by 4. Guys, this is absolute trade deadline eve madness. This is why the NBA is the craziest league in the entire world. This is unbelievable. We'll talk about it more here in a second. 50 seconds to go. Maxey dribbles in. Can't get the roll. Drop them, yes, sir, baby. We're waking up the neighbors tonight. We ain't sleeping tonight. Jovic goes up, fouled, and 1. Shout out to the chat, man. Holy crap, man. This is unbelievable. What a night it has been. What a night it has been, and the madness is just getting underway. We're going to talk about the trade more at halftime, but I need you guys to get this to 300 likes. We need to push this show out to as many people as possible right now. 400 in the building, man. Free throw is good, 62-55. Shout out to Marcia McCollum, King in the house, Busy B, Rob Anderson, Christian, JJ. We got GSC, Sixer Sam, Old Man, Don Boyle, Clint. What's up, everybody? Another miss by Paul George. Here come the Heat on the break. Easy layup by Larson. Can't get it to fall. And a foul on the Sixers. Come on, bro. If you guys are just tapping in, we have a 5-team trade to announce. We will talk about it here in just a moment. There's too much going on in this night, man. That's why I wish they didn't have any games tonight. So we could just freaking focus. Who are they going to say is in it next? All right, here we go. We got more information. Another player headed to Miami in the trade is PJ Tucker.
This guy stinks!
PJ Tucker's going back to Miami. Oh, man. PJ Tucker hasn't played in a year and a half because he also threw a tantrum. He said, I'm not playing for the Clippers. 6 seconds to go. Oubre, Maxey, dribbles, lost it, fouled. PJ Tucker also has not played for a year and a half, and now he's going back to the Miami Heat. Crazy, man. Wow, this is nuts. This is nuts. Ladies and gentlemen, comment in the chat right now. Who do you think won the trade, Miami Heat or Golden State Warriors? King says Paul George is the Michael Jordan of Tobias Harris's. Dom says PG is a straight bum. Maxey at the line. Maxey going to knock it down. 62-57, 2 seconds to go. Hero at the buzzer. Short. All right, we can finally breathe for a second. Holy crap, man. Too much going on, y'all. Too much going on. The neighbors just cut out our, that was not a doorbell. That was my computer Wi-Fi going out because the neighbors probably just cut out our Wi-Fi. So what I need y'all to do right now is like the show, man. Like the stream. Get us up to 300 likes. We're good. We're back. We're not going to really talk too much about this game, even though it's been a really good game so far. Maxey, 11 points, 3 for 10. Paul George, 2 for 7, 6 points. Oubre with 10. Jackson has 8 off the bench. Hero leading the night with 14 off the starting lineup. But Nikola Jovic with 15 and Rozier with 16. So the Miami Heat have 40 bench points in the first half. The neighbors are trying to take us down. I'm trying to wake up the neighbors, man. Welcome into the Sixers Game Day Live Show presented by National University. It is 62-57. This is a very, very good game so far, but I don't want to talk about it right now because the trades are going insane. So what I'm going to do is I am going to pull up the trade details as we know them right now. And we're going to live react to this trade. But I want to know from you guys right now in the chat. I want one word, but not to describe the Sixers game. I want one word to describe this trade deadline so far. I want one word in the chat right now to describe this trade deadline. Instead of this game, let's see those vocab wizards out there, man. one word to describe this trade deadline so far. And I'm going to give you guys my word, but I got to give a shout out to BetUS. Right now, you can go to betus.com, use the code YouTube150, and get a 150% deposit match bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. Check out their parlays, their spreads. Sixers were a slight favorite coming into this game with Paul George being back, not really having a good night so far. He's only got 6 points, no boards, no assists. But you can bet on the Super Bowl. You can bet on the trade deadline. You can even bet on where Paul George is going to go if he does get traded. So ton of crazy odds. Best bonuses in the industry. Go check out BetUS. Use the code YouTube150 and get a 150% deposit match bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. Shout out to BetUS for always partnering with us, man. My word of the trade deadline so far is frantic. Frantic. I feel like I'm all over the place trying to react to, Luka Doncic and then De'Aaron Fox, Zach LaVine, Jonas Valanciunas today. Now Jimmy Butler is traded. And not only is Jimmy Butler traded, but it is an absolutely bananas trade. We keep getting more details that are coming out as we go. So we will give you the trade right now, but let's read some of the words in the chat. Again, drop one word in the chat to describe the trade deadline so far. We got King who says insane. Christian says bananas. Sixer Sam says shooketh. Dom says intoxicated. Riaz says movement. Sean says unpredictable. Jose says unconscious. Sixer Alex says crazy radiology. Clint says staggering, haywire, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, nonsensical, momentous, strifling, mayhem, spontaneous, bananas. Will says needed. Yeah, it's been crazy, man. So my take here of this trade deadline so far is, especially with this Jimmy Butler trade, is that the NBA has a player entitlement issue where Jimmy Butler can throw a tantrum for half a season. And the Heat are 24-24. Like, they're still a decent team. And Jimmy Butler pretty much threw a tantrum and said, I'm not playing for them anymore because they don't want to pay me a max contract. And he did all that just to get exactly what he wants. He's like a mixture of James Harden and Ben Simmons. And now he gets traded to Golden State. He doesn't only get traded to a team that he said he would not play for because they didn't want to pay him. But now Jimmy Butler gets traded to Golden State. They pay him a 2-year extension worth $121 million. So he's going to get $60.5 million each year. And the Warriors now have Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green. The Heat get back Andrew Wiggins. They get PJ Tucker and a protected first. And I just saw an update on that draft pick. We got info on that from Chris Haynes. He says Golden State is sending Miami a top 10 protected first in 25. Next year, it's a top 10 protected and then unprotected the following year. Dennis Schroeder headed to Utah and Kyle Anderson goes to Detroit. So pretty much Golden State sends Miami a top 10 protected pick this season. So what that means is if Golden State is in the top 10 this year, they will keep their pick. If not, Miami will get a first-round pick this season. Is Golden State going to be one of the worst 10 teams in the league? Probably not, now that they have Jimmy Butler, which means Miami's probably going to get a first this year. So essentially, they get a first-round pick this year, PJ Tucker, and Andrew Wiggins. The Detroit Pistons get Lindy Waters III and Josh Richardson. The Utah Jazz get Dennis Schroeder, and the Toronto Raptors get Kyle Anderson. I mean, this is insane, bro. The Warriors are obviously the focus here, but why would Utah take on this contract unless they just want to get off Dennis Schroeder? I mean, he was having an unbelievable year. Then he goes to the Warriors, and then he stinks. Kyle Anderson, I mean, he's not that good anyway. So these teams are just taking on expiring salaries. That's why these three are in it. But Miami gets, Andrew Wiggins and a first-round pick. So did they get enough for Jimmy Butler? And the first question we asked was, is this a one-year rental? Will Jimmy Butler play? But they give him the extension right away. So I think the Warriors are looking at it going, we're just going to try to contend one more time with Steph Curry and Draymond. Like, this is the final hoorah. I think Jimmy's going to have a lot of fun. How many arguments is he going to have with Draymond Green? They might actually fight in practice again. Like, Draymond might have another altercation, but I think it gives the Warriors a chance to contend for one more opportunity for a championship. I think Miami did decent knowing that Jimmy had to be traded. They got off the drama. They bring in a player like Andrew Wiggins who helped Golden State win a championship, but they also get a first-round pick. And the rest of these teams are in here for garbage. So, craziest trade deadline I've ever seen. Absolutely maddening. But now there's so many more dominoes that have to fall before tomorrow. For example, what's going to happen with the Phoenix Suns? Because they were willing to trade for Jimmy Butler. They were willing to trade Bradley Beal. He said, no, I'm going to stay here. I'm not going to waive my no trade clause. They were willing to trade Kevin Durant. That's been the biggest news in the last 24 hours. So will KD get traded now? Or will he go back to Phoenix like everything's all, sunshine and rainbows and nothing ever happened? And then you got other players on the market. I mean, Valanciunas got traded to the Kings today, but Lakers need a center. There's so much going on, man. The NBA is absolutely insane. The amount of superstar trades are nuts. Wow. Wow. Let me ask you guys this right now. Just a funny one here, right? I don't think this is going to happen. Someone said Steve Kerr walked out of the locker room with his head down after speaking to the team. Damn, he knew what was going on. If the Sixers could trade for Kevin Durant, would you do it? Yes or no? All right, and now we just got another update, guys. This does not stop. I'm telling you guys, this is insane. The whole trade could fall through. All right, are you serious right now? Guys, the whole trade could fall through. Here's what just happened in the NBA 2 seconds ago. Shams just tweeted this out 2 seconds ago. Shams Charania. Hold on, let me read this to you guys. This is how insane the NBA is. Miami is working through a resolution with Kyle Anderson. The Toronto portion has now fell through. He could stay or be moved. A massive deal with many moving parts. So now Kyle Anderson is not going to the Toronto Raptors. So now it's not a 5-team trade. Now it might be a 4-team trade. Miami's trying to get Kyle Anderson. The trade's already out there. This trade is insane. This is insane. Ladies and gentlemen, what I need you to do right now, we got 400 people in here. I need everybody, okay? Take 1 second and hit the like button down below. Hit the like button. Can we please get this to 400 likes so we can push this out to more viewers? This deadline is absolutely bonkers. Bonkers, man. This deadline is bonkers, man. I am exhausted, but we are pushing through. Second of a back-to-back. The Sixers are fighting here in this game, and it's going to be a tough finish. I'm sure the Miami Heat players have just got to the locker room and checked their phones, and they just learned that Jimmy Butler has been traded. We knew a resolution was coming, but dear Lord, man. Would you trade for Kevin Durant? I mean, I feel like it's something Daryl Morey would do, but who knows? Who knows about anything anymore, man? Honestly, who knows about anything? I mean, honestly, who knows, bro? Who knows, man? This is insane. Trying to see if I can get any more info. Wow. You had Kyle Kuzma, who got traded earlier today for Chris Middleton. So now the Bucks have Kyle Kuzma. Don't think that moves the needle. Then you had Jonas Valanciunas get traded for 2 seconds to the Kings. Jimmy Butler gets traded for a first and Andrew Wiggins. Luka Doncic got traded. I have a hard time believing that Kevin Durant can stay with the Phoenix Suns. I have a hard time believing that KD can stay with the Suns. It's like you're working a job and then the boss is shopping around for another person to replace you with your position that you know that you're hearing the whispers and you've heard it. They pretty much told you to your face. And then they say, oh, by the way, the guy we just interviewed, yeah, he actually didn't want the job. So, come back. Come back. You're good. Come back. You're good. That's pretty much what we're looking at right now. So I can't look, a lot of crazy stuff happening right now. We will keep you updated here the rest of the game. We got over 400 people in the chat. Like the show, subscribe to the channel. We'll keep you up to date. And we are going to be live tomorrow as well, live reacting to the NBA trade deadline. The last 2 years, we've had the most trade deadline trades, and we're not even at the deadline day yet. I hope it doesn't set up for a disappointment tomorrow, but I don't think it will. I don't think it will. By the way, Kevin Durant did say he liked Joel Embiid. He would, play with him. He did say that before, and, there's been like some moments on the court, but Kevin Durant has enjoyed watching and playing against Joel Embiid. So, anyway, we will see what happens there. The Sixers are down by 5. I am going to refill the water, and we will be back. Just a lot of parts to put together with this trade deadline. Here's an updated trade summary so far. But Kyle Anderson's not going to the Raptors. All right, man. All right. We'll be back in just a second. Stay tuned. I'm going to drop the link for the website if you guys want to go check that out. Check out some of the merchandise, all that, and more. I feel like the game's going to come back on soon, so we're going to go as quick as we can. Never mind. They're about to start the half, so now we're going to have to wait. See what you guys do, man. You get me talking about these trades, but that's what we're here. It's what we do. Jovic, 15 points, 6 for 6 in the first half. All right, man. We will be live throughout the rest of the game, talking trade deadline stuff. If any news breaks, we'll cover that, and we'll do a post-game show after this as well. Sixers Game Day Live presented by National University, powered by BetUS. Here's Khalil Ware, download to Adebayo and smacked away, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Adebayo. So it's going to be Sixers ball. They force the good defense there. Miami turns it over, 62-57. Seeker, what's up, bro? Where's all the mods at, man? Banj in the house. Where's our mod squad, man? Keep those links flowing in the chat. Let's get this chat popping, man. Here is Duncan Robinson going to drive, spin, turn back. Robinson finds Adebayo. Out to Highsmith. Highsmith guarded by Oubre. Here is Hero. Going to find Highsmith. Drives in and blocked at the rim. Good defense by the Sixers. Maxey to Edwards. Back to Maxey. Maxey at the top. Guarded by Bam Adebayo. Interesting defensive switches here. Here's Justin Edwards. Finds Tyrese Maxey. Going to dribble, drive, kick it back. Oubre at the wing. Dribbles, drives. Oubre floats it up, and that one is short. 62-57. We got another cardiac game incoming. I don't know if I can take it tonight. I'm trying to wake up the neighbors, though. You guys are slacking on the likes, though. Maxey for 3. That one doesn't bank in. Maxey having a tough showing tonight. 3 for 11. Let's go get these likes up, man. 3 ball for Tyler Hero. He's going to drain it down the other end. 65-57. We'll see if we get any more info from Shams Charania here. Here's Paul George going to step back deep 2. Short again. I hate that deep 2, man. I really hate that damn deep 2. Jimmy Butler just tweeted out a song. He says, "Welcome to the Wild Wild West." This is how much Jimmy is trolling. Yabu goes down a hard spill. He's going to get back up. This is what Jimmy Butler just tweeted. "Welcome to the Wild Wild West." This is what Jimmy Butler does, man. And he's in Beverly Hills, California. Wow. Shout out to Jimmy Butler. Ladies and gentlemen, here's another question for the chat. How many times will Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green throw hands this season? Maxey misses the leaner. Here come the Miami Heat. Maxey and George are going to have to be much better if the Sixers want a chance to win. Adebayo going to drive, lost it. Here come the Sixers. Edwards up the floor. Maxey dribbling, driving, goes up. Got it with the reverse. Got it with the reverse. You also got to think that the Miami Heat went into the locker room and saw the Jimmy trade, and they're probably playing with a little bit of extra juice right now. I mean, the guy did a lot for the franchise, but, you know, he did throw a tantrum, and he was a distraction all season. Trust me, the Sixers know about that. As Adebayo throws it away, here's Tyrese Maxey, runs up the floor, now stops on a dime, takes it back to reset. Here's Justin Edwards, spot up three in the corner, got it to go. Good shot by number 19, the rookie Justin Edwards continues to shoot the ball well. Here's a three ball, fade away. Hero, what a shot. What a shot by Tyler Hero. Looks like Tyler Hero's the guy moving forward. Here's Tyrese Maxey going to spin, find Paul George. George drives down the lane, goes up, missed the layup. PG, are you kidding? Are you kidding? Just a brutal showing out of Paul George, man. Robinson, Khalil Ware fumbled it out of bounds. Three ball from the Sixers, can't get it to fall. Here comes Miami. Hero gonna drive, goes up in traffic, missed it. Here's Paul George running the break, 4-on-3. Yabu all the way out to the corner. Edwards again. That one bounces out. Paul George couldn't hold on to the board. Oh, man. Dom's is sick of Tyler Hero. He always kills us. Yeah, he does, man. Him and Rozier. Hero going to sidestep a three. That one off the mark. Picked up by the Sixers. Here comes Tyrese Maxey. Not a lot of room for error in this game. Maxey going to dribble, drive, blow by the D. Goes up. Easy reverse. Maxey with a little inverse layup there. Nice shot by Maxey. He's got to take over. He's got to take over. Shoe Game says, RB, I got online school tomorrow because of the weather. I'm going to be up in here for the trade deadline. Yeah, man. I forgot it was going to snow a lot tomorrow, so you guys better tap in. Who's going to be here, man? If you're going to drop in during the trade deadline stream, put me in the chat, man. Who's going to be here rocking with us for a couple hours tomorrow? Let me know who's going to be rocking with us during the trade deadline tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll probably have the phone lines open, and we'll be live reacting to every trade that happens. Oh, yeah, here you go, guys. Here you go. We just got a video from Hoop Central. This fan told the Miami Heat about the Jimmy Butler trade as it happened. Let's hear what they said. Let's hear what they said.
Dennis Schroeder and Andrew Wiggins. Got Kyle Anderson, Dennis Schroeder, and Andrew Wiggins.
Okay.
We robbed them. First round pick, protected.
Okay, I'm gonna look at it right now.
No, they didn't give out the year. No.
It's just crazy, man, that we live in a day and age where you can literally just get reactions like this as it happens. My man literally said we robbed the Warriors, too. He said we robbed the Warriors. This is a Heat fan. Like, I don't know if that's how it works, buddy. You got rid of Jimmy Butler for a first-round pick and Andrew Wiggins. I don't know. Pretty interesting. Let's see. King says, I will if I remember. That's why you got to turn on noties, my guy. Got to have noties on. Only about like 15, 20% of people have noties on. You got to turn them on. We got Will K in the chat, KGB. We got Sixers Sam, RJ, Tika, Lou. Who else we got, man? Joe says I may be here a bit. Dom says I'll be checking in from work. Sixer Alex will be here. Curtis, MC Philly says I wanted Butler back. Busy B, C-Block says, I haven't missed a trade deadline with you yet. Yeah, man, we've been live for the last 4 years. Let's keep it going. Guys, 25 more likes. Get us to 300, man. Don't be stubborn. Hit the thumbs up. Let's go. Push this chat around to more people. Let's do it, man. Come on now. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling, man. You guys got to help us push the content out to new viewers. Somebody just hit me up on Twitter. By the way, follow me on Twitter, man. At RBPhillyTake. Somebody said Tobias is going to come back and say you guys chose PG over me in reference to the Jimmy Butler clip. That'd be hilarious. 7:20 to go here in the third quarter. Miami leads it 68-64. 7:13 to go. Here is Duncan Robinson. He's going to find Bam Adebayo. Heat running some actions here. Yabusele trying to stay on Adebayo. Pokes it away. Good hands by Yabu. George up to Oubre. Overthrew him. Paul George, what are you doing? All right, he made up for it. He stole it back. Thank you, PG. Thank you. Here's Justin Edwards. Maxey at the wing. Maxey dribbling, driving. Oh, he got him. Maxey throws it down ferociously with the left hand. Big time play at a Tyrese.
He's on fire.
Here's Tyler Hero working against Oubre. Drive, spins, backs to Robinson. Here's Adebayo wide open for three, and he hits it. Clint says, I'll be sneaking the RB updates at work. Let's go, man. Put in those headphones, put in those AirPods, and listen to the stream tomorrow, man. We'll be here. Paul George dribbling, driving at the elbow. Finds a cutting Yabu. Kicked by Tyler Hero. My problem with Paul George right now is that he's not being aggressive at all. Like, he's not being aggressive. Like, he looks like he's going to be, and then he just stops, and then he takes a horrible shot. Like, is he this bad? How can he be this bad? He can't be. He was playing really good last year. Here's Paul George, one-on-one against Tyler Hero. Paul George going to cross over, drive to the lane, throws it out. Oubre, corner three, airballs it by a million years. All right, Kelly. All right, buddy. Tyler Hero going to spin. And he double dribbled. Or he carried. Let's go, man. Let's go. Jose says, how about we trade the owner? We got Don Boyle dropping the maxi emoji. Sixers Sam, MVP dropping the emojis. Marcia McCollum, fire take goat, dropping the emojis. By the way, the Heat have 18 turnovers and the Sixers have 3. I didn't even know that. Maxi misses the floater. How do the Heat have 18 turnovers and they're winning? That is actually astonishing if you think about it. Here's Bam Adebayo. Adebayo dribbles, kicks, 3-ball, Jovic. Wow, what a shot. How's that even possible, man? Maxi step back, got it. Three ball for Miami, missed it. Three ball in the corner, Hero. Are you kidding me? And he got fouled? Yeah. This might be one of them games where you can't do anything about Tyler Hero. I mean, this is ridiculous. Oubre with a soft closeout, and then he, what, tapped him on the elbow? Wow. That is an insane shot. A fader out of bounds behind the basket for 3, and he gets fouled. Wow. That's just insane. That is wild. The Chicago Bulls and Lonzo Ball have agreed to a 2-year, $20 million contract extension. Wow. What a random news clip. Maxey Oubre corner 3. Everybody was saying to me, he missed it, by the way. Everybody was saying earlier, well, at least we can get Lonzo Ball in the buyout market. Yeah. Kiss that goodbye. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I got to focus. Why did the Chicago Bulls sign Lonzo Ball to an extension? I'm going to be honest with you guys, man. I think the Chicago Bulls are the worst run organization this season in the NBA. What are the Chicago Bulls doing? In the offseason, they trade Caruso. They don't get a first. Then they trade Levine. They barely get anything. They sign Lonzo Ball to an extension. They haven't traded Nikolai Vucevic. They traded DeRozan, got nothing. Like, what are they doing? They trade for Josh Giddey. They got 84 guards on the team. They're the 10 seed, so they're ahead of the Sixers by a game. They're not trying to tank, but they're not winning. The Chicago Bulls might be the worst team organization-wise in the league. They might be even worse than the Sixers, honestly, this season. Why did they re-sign Lonzo Ball? And for all the people out there that were like, hey, you know, the Sixers, at least they're going to be able to sign guys on the buyout market this season. Well, there goes one of your guys, Lonzo Ball. Also, another crazy stat, as I just said, the Sixers have 3 turnovers compared to 18 for the Miami Heat, and they're losing this game. I've never seen a stat like that. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Meanwhile, the Sixers are out here trading away valuable draft picks so that we can get off a KJ Martin contract that we shouldn't have signed originally and that we could have waived at the end of the season. You see why Sixer fans are frustrated? You see why we're affected, man? It's insane. It's insane, man. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff tonight. Crazy stuff, bro. Unreal. Unreal stuff. Wow. All right, so now we just got another update from Shams. I'm literally calling. Look, I need y'all to hit the like button, man. We're out here covering a game live and covering the trade deadline. We're out here grinding, man. But apparently Kyle Anderson is staying with the Miami Heat, according to Shams Charania. Miami is keeping Kyle Anderson for now. Wiggins, Tucker, Anderson, all in Miami, along with a protected first-round pick. So why were they even going to trade Anderson anyway? Here's Tyler Hero coming around a screen, swings it out. Rozier, pump fake, dribbles against Eric Gordon, floats it up, got it again. The Sixers are having a lot of trouble stopping these shifty guards. They're having a lot of trouble. Do you think the years of tanking have caused a whatever attitude by the players that lingers in the locker room? Oubre drives, finds Edwards, cutting. Edwards takes it out. 5, 4, 3. Edwards against Jovic, dribbles, baseline, goes up. Nice layup by Edwards. Yo, Edwards can play, man. He can play. Do I think that the process still lingers? No, but I think there's an attitude of whatever because Joel Embiid can't play back-to-back games and Paul George barely plays. So I think you have not overpaid, but like guys that are being paid a lot of money, like very top heavy that are not producing much. And I think that is creating a whatever attitude, if I had to guess. Hero with a bucket. Maxey tries to answer and he does. Maxey's back to having a really good night. He's 8 for 19, 21 points. Not really good, but he's starting to score the rock. Here's Tyler Hero going to step back. Hero finds Adebayo, beats Maxey to the cup. Why is Maxey on Adebayo? Like, that's just a really, really questioning decision. Maxey going to find Justin Edwards, Eric Gordon, Edwards, now Maxey. Maxey working against Haywood Highsmith, former Sixer. Bona going to set the screen. Maxey around, steps back for 3, can't get it to fall. Oubre gets the rebound. Yeah, the Sixers are not going to win this game unless Paul George decides to, actually step up. No look pass. Maxey, what a dime. What a dime to Adem Bona. A no-look pass by Tyrese Maxey, and Bona goes right up and in. What a play. What a play. Rozier misses the layup. Here come the Sixers. Maxey running it up the floor. 2-on-3. Maxey goes up and missed it. Oubre taps it out of bounds. Going to be Heat basketball. Oubre's had a bad night, and he's still been one of the better players. Yabusele, not really scoring that much. Paul George has been brutal tonight. Sixers are really going to try to sell us on the Paul George Big Three next season, aren't they? Will says Embiid's lack of availability is unacceptable and impossible to build around. It has to be said. Yeah. Wait, did Ricky Council not play tonight? They just brought him in. Yo, this is the first time Ricky subbed in. I think I lost that in the midst of the chaotic trade deadline stuff. Yo, this is what I'm talking about, Nurse. How are you not playing Ricky Council to the end of the third quarter? Somebody's got to ask him about this. This is inexcusable, man. 3-ball miss, Sixers pick it up, and a foul. I didn't even realize. Heat miss it. Sixers have it. I'm sorry, I'm pissed off. And we bring him in with this dog crap lineup. Why are we still playing lineups of Reggie Jackson, Kyle Lowry, and Eric Gordon? Hero, another 3. Heat check. Missed it. I didn't even notice that Ricky Council hadn't played yet. He just came in for the first time. This guy's been on fire, man. Last night he barely played Bona as Bona goes in and slams one down. Am I losing my mind, guys? I want to know. I want to know right now in the chat. Am I losing it? Because there's just no excuse for this to happen. There's no excuse for this to happen. Jovic going to find Rozier. Sixers in his own defense. Rozier drives in, floats it up, missed it. Jaquez the rebound, goes up, missed it. And now Gordon pulls it in. Ricky Council wide open, pulls up a 3. That one's short. Bona the rebound. He's fouled. I feel like I'm losing my damn mind with this team, man. Just play the young guys. Unleash the youth, man. Like, what are we doing? Ricky Council has been playing amazing. Bona and Council have been hooping for games now. And you cut their minutes? Like, what are we doing, bro? I'm sorry, man. E. Green says, have to fight youth with youth. The old heads continue to get ran out of the gym. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, it's so obvious. How many times do we have to see it now? Like, and you take these guys off their rhythm. Bona knocks down the free throw, 86-79. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. So a very puzzling decision from Nick Nurse. Kyle Lowry's arguing with the ref. We'll see what happens when we come back. But ladies and gentlemen, I need y'all to do me a favor. Hit the like button on the show. Drop the yes sirs in the chat and drop the fires. We're waking up the neighbors again. 300, baby. Yes, let's go.
He's on fire.
Woo! Yes, sir. Wake them up. They're about to call up the popos, be like, yo, this dude next door is screaming loud as heck. He's talking about some type of 5-team trade. Like, are we talking about a trade war here? They're like, he's talking about Golden State. Is he going to jump off the Golden Gate Bridge? Listen, man, we're here trade deadline eve. We're talking about the Sixers Heat game. We're talking about the trade deadline. We're keeping you up to date, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Drop the fires in the chat right now. Let's get it cooking, man. Fourth quarter fires. And before we get back into it, I got to let you guys know again that this show is presented by National University. Go to nationaluniversity.com. Click their link in the chat right now. Check them out, man. National University is a nonprofit accredited university with flexible online programs. If you're someone trying to juggle a crazy life, but you also want to get that degree, you want to make more money, check out their online courses. 4, 8-week. They are quick. They allow you to start soon, finish fast. They offer 150-degree programs, credentials, certificates, and more. And most importantly, they help you. They give you support. They understand when you start or return to higher ed, you're a student, but a parent, a caretaker. You have a lot of responsibilities. So check them out. Let them make the process easy for you. National University is a veteran-founded university and awarded $50 million plus in scholarships last year. So if you're interested in checking out their curriculum and their flexible program offerings, click the link in the live chat right now or down in the description. Get more info today. National University, where you juggle school with everything else life has to offer at the convenience of your own home. Check them out, man. National University. Appreciate them partnering with us, man. Sixers got to take these boys to school in the fourth quarter, because if we lose this game, I'm going to blame a couple things. I'm going to blame Paul George. I'm going to blame Nick Nurse for not playing Ricky Council. I am going to blame Adem Bona for not being in the game more. And that's where I'm at. Justin's out here hating on the brand. Shout out to Justin, man. Put you in timeout, bro. Get a little slap on the wrist for that. Support our sponsors, man. They make it possible for you and I. Let's do it. Sixers should take them to National University. They really should, man. Like my boy Jimmy said, the Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West is what Jimmy Butler tweeted out after he was traded to the Golden State Warriors. Sixers got to take these boys to school, man. They got to take these boys to school. Let's go, man. AK says, makes me want to go to school. Shout out to AK in the chat. Shout out to Sam E, Lawrence Green, C Block, Lou. What's up, man? Everybody, let's get this to 400 likes, man. What are they going on now? What's going on here? What is going on right now? Why are they reviewing something? Nick Nurse is talking to the referee about something. What is going on? All right, while we're waiting for that, man, if you guys are a OG viewer of the channel, if you watch all the games with us, if you tap into every stream, tap in, every video, whatever. Drop OG in the chat right now. If you guys are returning and you're a casual viewer, you don't watch everything, but you're here sometimes, drop return. And if you're brand new, if this is your first time watching us, drop new in the chat so we can shout you out. I don't know what's going on right now. Nick Nurse is still talking to the referee. The quarter didn't even start yet. I don't know what's going on here, but we got a trade deadline to watch, so they got to hurry this up, man. Dude, what is going on here? They got to go back to the third quarter for what? Sean J. OG in the chat. Riaz, what's up, bro? Jason 18, BLSG, AK returning. Thaddeus is resetting the clock. Andrew says it's still the third. Triple OG Will K. Return sorta OG says King. Pat says OG 2020. What's up, Pat Culp? So now they just inbounded the ball. And now the quarter ends again. Why did the quarter not end? What is going on here, bro? Now the Sixers are about to inbound the ball. I feel like I'm in a simulation right now. So they're just going to start the fourth quarter like nothing ever happened. What is going on? So now they just started the fourth quarter without taking a break. I don't know what just happened, but that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. John OG, C-Block OG, Evan Sixer Sam OG. So now we started the fourth quarter. It's Kyle Lowry, Reggie Jackson, Eric Gordon, Ricky Council, and Adem Bona. Just an absolute death lineup. Here's Ricky Council against Jaime Jaquez. Going to step back for three. Ricky can't get it to go. Terry Rozier, Jaime Jaquez, Nikola Jovic, Tyler Hero. I'm sorry, Nikola Jovic, Pell Larson, and Bam Adebayo. Larson going to swing it up top. Here's Jovic. Jovic down low, and that one's swatted away. Adem Bona is so good, man. What a player. Council drives the lane, kicks it back. Lowry. Bona cuts in the lane, turns, goes up. Got it to fall. Man, Adem Bona is an absolute hooper, man. Adem Bona is an absolute hooper. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you this in the chat right now. Would you play Bona at backup center for the rest of the season? Would you trade Andre Drummond? Here's Reggie Jackson. As the Sixers trail by 5, they're still in this game by all means. Here's Eric Gordon off the dribble. Fake pass goes up, contested, missed it, got it again, missed it, and then tapped it in a third time. So it only took Eric Gordon 3 opportunities, but he does tap one in. Here is Jovic. He's going to dribble into the paint, finds Adebayo, puts up the J, got it to fall. They're going to attack you like that, man. You got to get out on Adebayo. Banj in the chat. What's up, Banj? Lawrence OG from Lansdowne. What's up, Lawrence? Here's Reggie Jackson. Dribbles, drives. Jackson into the paint, floats it up, got it to fall. Reggie Jackson kind of hooping tonight. He's got 10 points off the bench. Here's Jaime Jaquez coming around his screen. Jaquez going to find Adebayo. Here's Terry Rozier. Rozier going to dribble in past Jackson, floats it up, got it to fall. I don't understand why they keep giving us these cardiac back-to-back games, bro. Such a cardiac game at all times. Lowry going to miss the 3. Council tries to steal it away. He does. He throws it off the leg of Terry Rozier. What a heads-up defensive play by Ricky Council. And it is 90-85. 9:10 to play. Let's go, y'all. Get these thumbs up, man. 400 plus in the house. Rocking with your boy RB. Let's get it. Let's get it. Sixers starting to get a little bit aggressive here on defense. I like it. 9 minutes to play. Kyle Lowry going to find Bona. Bona up to Jackson. Here's Gordon. Rolls up top. Gordon. Lowry. Lowry against Nikola Jovic. Lowry going to dribble. Drive into the paint. Floats it up. Missed it by a year. Lowry is so bad. Jovic down the floor. Goes up. And he is fouled. Dude, Kyle Lowry is so bad, man. He's really bad. First free throw going to be good for Nikola Jovic. It is a 6-point game. Here comes Maxey and Oubre back into the game. Why are they going to keep Lowry in the game, man? Get him off the floor. Get him off the floor, bro. Jovic misses the second one. Here's the Sixers. Maxey crosses, drives, spins against Larson, steps back, got it to fall. Nice play by Maxey. We're going to see if Maxey can play hero ball here. Is Paul George back in yet? Paul George is not in yet. Is Paul George just not going to play, or? Jovic drives the lane, foul by Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry used to be Floppy McFlopperson. Now he just can't even guard anybody. All right, question for the chat, man. I know we've had a lot of trade stuff in here tonight. It's been a hectic night. Second of a back-to-back. We're covering it all. Question for the chat. Out of the remaining players in the NBA, out of the remaining, trade targets and all that, what do you think will be the craziest trade by 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow? Free throw good for Jovic. What do you think is going to be the craziest trade remaining that will happen before tomorrow? By the way, Nikola Jovic still has not missed a shot yet. He has 20 points. He's 8 for 8 off the bench. Crazy. What's his game? What's his high? His season high? Free throw good. 23 for Jovic. Is this his season high? Nikola Jovic. Season high. Here's Maxey. Maxey against Adebayo. He's going to throw it back up top. Oubre 2 on the shot clock. And he was fouled at the point of attack by Jaime Jaquez. Let's see. Nikola Jovic, career high is 24 points. His season high is 21 points. So he now has a season high. He needs 2 more points for a season high. And he needs 5 more points for a career high. That is what guys do against the Sixers. Adebayo, turnaround fade, got it to drop. Jeez, man. Nick Nurse is on the floor screaming at the referee. Dang, Nick Nurse about to pop a blood vessel. Chill, Nurse. Ain't that serious, bro. Dang, bro. There's a lot of time. Imagine they go to overtime. Somebody said Embiid for Durant. Paul George to China.
Let's go.
$54 million player has 6 points in the game in the fourth quarter. $5 super chat from Riaz. He says, Nurse is doing his best Doc Rivers impression out there with these rotations. Too many non-shooters out there at once, and Kyle Lowry playing way too many minutes. It's a fact. He's also doing his best Doc Rivers impression by not playing the young guy who's clearly better than everybody else, who gives way more energy in Ricky Council. Now you just messed up Ricky Council yet again. Thank you, Nick Nurse. 5 minutes, and he's got 2 shot attempts, and he's got 0 points. So, crazy. Riaz, thank you for being here, brother. Appreciate that, man. Trying to see if we have any more info on this Warriors trade. I guess it's finalized, though. I guess Oubre wasn't fouled. I guess they just called a timeout, but Nurse was steaming about something. Nurse was steaming. I could see a KD to Philly for PG Jackson and a 2029 first. Paul George for Hachimura and Bronny. I shouldn't have even asked the question.
Let's go.
I shouldn't have even asked the question. I was talking about serious trades, man. Guys are funny, though. Guys are funny. Yo, Nurse is still going at this dude. Oh, he's about to get ejected. He's about to get ejected. Yo, Nurse is steaming right now. Okay, Nurse. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see, man. Let's go, man. Heat lead it by 8. Paul George working against Jaquez. Going to throw it up top. Maxey for 3. Got it. Tyrese. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Jovic at the top. He's going to find Adebayo. Adebayo against Yabusele. Adebayo puts up the mid-range. Got it. Paul George picks it up off the rim. Let's go. After that miss, it's a 5-point game. 5-point game. Come on now. Yabusele, Gordon, Oubre, George, and Maxey. Yabu puts it up short. Damn, Yabu. Rozier down the other end, floats one up, can't get that to fall. Oubre picks it up, and here's Paul George. If Paul George can just score some damn buckets, Sixers can win this game. Maxey going to dribble, drive, float it up, went into the knee of the ref. Fouled Maxey to the line. Dang, man. $5 super chat. Secret underdog the gamer says, get this woolly mammoth looking MF head coach off my team, bro. Kyle Lowry still getting minutes. I hate this team. Oh, man. Shout out to Secret, man. Never fails, bro. Never fails. Now what? Now Spoelstra's out on the floor. Now Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to challenge. Maxey's talking to the lady ref. Spoelstra's heated. These coaches might have to throw hands on the court, man. They might have to throw hands on the court at this point. There's just a lot going on tonight. You know what I mean? We got 510 people in the chat. Do me a favor, like the show, man. Like the show, subscribe to the channel, get us to 41.4K. We'll be covering the trade deadline live tomorrow. If any news happens tonight, if I'm not asleep, we'll drop a video on that. I've had a crazy trade day here. See what happens with the Sixers, man. Once again, it's Sixers Game Day Live Show. We do this every single game. Pre-game, live game, and post-game. Presented by our great sponsors, National University, BetUS, RocketMoney. Check them out. Their links down in the description. Will says, I'd like to hear from PG personally his excuse for having 6 effing points. Can you help out Maxi? What do you guys think right now in the chat? Like, what's your gut instinct? Who do you think's going to win this game? Sixers or Heat? Drop it in the chat right now. Drop it in the chat right now. Who do you think's going to win? Sixers or Heat? What's your honest opinion? Like, who do you think's going to pull this out? Because, you know, Maxi's having a game where, like, he's doing enough to help this team win, but I don't think Paul George is doing enough. I don't think they're going to be able to pull it out, honestly. Unless Paul George goes on a heater here in the final 5 minutes. Let's see those member emojis in the chat, man. Let's give a shout out to our great channel members, man. We got Banj in here. We got K.A. What's up, bro? Sean J. We got Dom Boyle. Shout out to the mods in the building. Dom says Heat are going to win unless Maxi goes unconscious. I agree. I agree. T. Harris is probably not the Sixers. Remo says Sixers winning this. JS says PG for 3 crumble cookies. Yeah, he really does have 6 points, man. How many shots has he even taken in the second half? Like 2? Council gets his minutes cut. Bona got his minutes cut last night. Nurse is about to pop a blood vessel out here. Just crazy stuff, man. Crazy. Crazy. Pretty mind-boggling. Guys, be sure you follow us on all platforms as well, man. Instagram, TikTok, at Philly Take with RB. Follow me on Twitter. We'll be tweeting the entire trade deadline as well tomorrow at RB Philly Take. We cover these sports independently, man, so give us some love. Give us some love, man. All right, here we go. 6 minutes to play. Can the Sixers find a way to find a way? Tyler Hero up top, going to swing it over to Adebayo. Adebayo in the high post. He kicks it back. Hero 6, 5, 4. Hero sidestep. Adebayo 2, 1. He's got to put it up. He's wide open, though. He missed it. Paul George can't get the rebound. Gordon trying to tap it. Get the rebound! Gordon fouled the heck out of him. They didn't blow the whistle, though, thankfully. Paul George and Eric Gordon standing around just looking at each other. Maxey going to push off step back 3. Can't get it to fall. I'm like, dude, where the hell's the center? Yabu, you got to get in the paint, man. Tyler Hero guarded by Maxey. Going to try to get Yabu in the pick and roll. Hero turns. Takes it with the left. Kicks it out to the corner. Rozier for 3. Can't get it to fall. And the Heat get another rebound. Hero goes all the way right up and in. Put Adem Bona in the game, bro. You got to put Bona back in. You have to put Adem Bona back in. He's the best rebounder on the team right now that's playing. Maxey steps back, finds Eric Gordon. Gordon to Maxey. 8 on the shot clock. Here's Maxey, 1 bouncer, Gordon. Gordon chucks a deep 3, and it rolls out. Put Adem Bona back in the damn game, bro. It should not be this hard to make situational adjustments. If we can see this, you can see this. Here's Jovic, who again is perfect. Jovic kicks up to Adebayo, 3 on the shot clock. Adebayo against Gordon has to put up a contested 2. He missed it. Another rebound, but it smacked to Oubre. Luckily, Sixers got it back. 4:29 to go. Here's Paul George. Can you actually do something? Can you do something, Paul George? Oh, here comes the contested 2.
Yes, sir.
Gordon, Paul George contested 3. Got it. Thank you. Thank you, PG. It's about damn time, bro. You're going to wake up? Where's the fire at, PG? Where is it? 4-point game. Rozier guarded by Paul George. Rozier blows him off the dribble. Here's Bam Adebayo. Tyler Hero, deep 3. Can't answer. Yabu picks it up. Under 4 to play. Another cardiac game here at the Wells Fargo Center. Here we go. Here we go. I just got to talk smack, I guess. Paul George, you stink. Here's Maxey up top. Maxey against Hero, 1-on-1. He's going to drive. Quick layup. Missed it. Oubre the tap. Can't get it to fall. He's complaining. He wanted the foul, and he didn't get it. Nurse frustrated on the sideline. Here's Jovic. Timeout, Eric Spoelstra. What a game we have here, man. $10 super chat from TJ Hogue. He says, oh boy, another Sixers game with a long face. At this point, I'm guessing that's how a lot of Sixer fans feel, but we're here, man. We're here. Yeah, I'm just going to start talking smack, I guess, to Paul George every possession. But it shouldn't be this hard for Nurse to make situational adjustments. What's the rebounds today? 48 to 36. You know, it is pretty crazy, though. Like, coming into the season, I said this. How many times? How many videos did I make where I literally said you have to get more rebounders on this team? You don't have enough. And I know Embiid's out. I know Drummond's out. But still, you got a Dembona sitting on the bench who's your best rebounder. Might be the best rebounder on the team. I mean, why is a Dembona not in the basketball game, man? You got to make this adjustment here. You got to keep Adebayo off the glass. Simple as that. Khalil Ware's got 13 boards. Adebayo's got 7. Come on, man. Rozier definitely smacked the heck out of Kelly Oubre. $360 likes. Get us to 400, man. Shout out to all 540 in the chat. Once again, Heat almost turn it over. Here's Terry Rozier. Rozier going to find Hero up top. Adebayo to set the screen. They're going to try to get the switch on to Paul George. Now Hero takes it against Kelly Oubre. Blows off the dribble. Up, missed it. Adebayo can't get the board. Once again, shout out to my guy Mark Zumoff. It feels like deja vu from last night. Lock all windows and doors. We are coming in for a landing. Here's Paul George. Let's go. What are you going to do, PG? PG crosses off the dribble. Drives, spins, fades. Air balls. Yabu stuffed at the rim. Where's the contact, bro? He got slapped on the wrist. Rozier. Larson wide open for 3. There it is. Paul George with a turnaround fade air ball. Are you kidding me, Paul George? Are you kidding me?
This guy stinks!
And Yabusele gets slapped on the wrist. What is this girl looking at, bro? You're standing right in front of it. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, he's hit his hand. We got 600 people in the chat, man. Welcome in. Sixers Game Day Live, presented by National University. We do this every game. Thank you all for being here. Guys, be sure you subscribe to the channel, man. Hit that subscribe button. Get us up to 41.4K. I know we got 20 people in here that haven't subscribed yet. I'm not just going to sit here and, you know, crap on Paul George, but come on, bro. Turn around midi, you airball it. You airball it. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. 7-point lead for Miami. Here's Tyrese Maxey. Turns, spins, drives, baseline, floats it up, and he is hacked. Tyrese Maxey to the line for 2. Marcus says, not going to lie, I thought PG would be mid, but this is terrible. Maxey going to knock down the first free throw, 6-point game. The crazy thing is you're still in line to win this game if you want it, man. Still in line to win this game. All right, let's go, man. Get this up to 400 likes. We need 30 more. 30 more. Get us there, man. For the 25% that voted no on the poll. Guess we got some fraud watchers in the chat, man. But shouts to everybody in here, bro. We do this every game. Consistency, boys and girls. All right. 5-point game. 5-point game after the free throws. Another cardiac one at the Wells Fargo. They definitely want to make it hard for us. Hero crosses, drives, kicks. Jovic, another 3-ball. This time he misses. He finally misses. Hero a 3. Missed it. Another rebound. Paul grabbed the board. Finally picks it up, throws it. Oubre, Gordon back to Oubre. Drives the lane, floats it up. And luckily gets hacked. Oubre loves to not pass the ball on a fast break. Oubre has the most tunnel vision I've ever seen. But Kelly Oubre going to the line for 2. This guy is crazy on the fast break. Wow. My boy Kelly Oubre doesn't see anybody on a fast break. He's going to miss the second free throw, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. So again, you need some defense, man. Jovic at the top, going to one bounce, find Tyler Hero. Hero against Yabusele. Hero going to pull up mid-range, got it. Can't stop it. Don't know why Yabusele's guarding Tyler Hero, but that's where we're at. 1:35 to go. Sixers down by 6. Paul George, what can you do for me? Defers to Maxey. Maxey against Larson. Drives, floats it up, missed it. Oubre tried to put it back, missed it again. Oubre lost it out of bounds. They're going to say Heat ball. Can't fault Maxey. He's out here trying. He's actually trying, you know? He's out here trying his best. Here's Adebayo going to hand it off to Jovic. Now Hero. Tyler Hero going to drive, throws it behind the head. Wow, an errant turnover. Here's Oubre on the fast break. Oubre got it. Oubre makes it a 4-point game. We got 55 seconds to play. We need defense, man. Can we get a rebound as well? Here's Bam Adebayo, guarded by Paul George. Bam Adebayo, one-on-one. Adebayo against Paul George. Adebayo going to dribble, drive, poked away by PG. Doesn't chase after it. Adebayo gets it back, 2 on the shot clock, pulls up the J. Got it. Oh, my gosh, man. Timeout Sixers. Paul George poked it away, and nobody ran after the ball. Darius Garland just hit a game winner from the logo. Shout out to Darius Garland. 600 people in the chat. Thank you all for being a part of the show yet again, man. We do this every game. Pre-game, live game, post-game right here. We got post-game coming up. We've been talking about the trade deadline. Just an aggravating fourth quarter. 380 likes. We need 20 more. Get us to 400. We'll be live for the deadline tomorrow as well. I just don't understand how Paul George pokes the ball away and then doesn't run after it. Like I said, I'm not just trying to poo-poo Paul George here, but it's like at some point you got to make a play, you know? Heat are in the midst of a big-time trade. You know, they got a lot going on here. It's like, come on, man. Kenneth says, what happened to Justin Edwards? Why hasn't he come back into the game? That's a great question. You know, Edwards, Council, why? Why? Well, I know why. They want to play the old guys, you know. They want to play Eric Gordon and these other guys, so. Sixers down by 6. Here's Tyrese Maxey. Another push-off, step-back 3. Got it. Big shot by Maxey, man. Big shot by Maxey.
He's on fire!
MVP chance for Maxey. If Paul George was a competent player, the Sixers would be winning this game by like 15 points. Yeah, I've been getting pretty close on these score predictions, though. What did I say it would be tonight? I think I said 107 to 104, and right now it's 104 to 101. If I'm the Sixers right now, I'm keeping Paul George on the bench. I'm bringing in Justin Edwards. I'm putting Eric Gordon's slow butt on the bench, and I'm bringing in Ricky Council. That's what I would do. All right, let's go, man. Get these likes up. Spike that like button, man. Let's go. 600 in the chat. We need defense. Members, let's see those defense emojis, man. Drop those defense emojis. Let's go, man. Let's go. Got to get a stop. Got to give it to Maxey to try to tie it up. They're going to double him, though. They're going to double him. Here comes Paul George chugging back out on the floor. Going with the same lineup. Why would you not put Justin Edwards in for defense? Is Justin Edwards hurt? Is he hurt? Like, what are we doing here, Nurse? You got slow-ass Eric Gordon on the floor. Like, Sixers got no timeouts either. Jovic gets it in. Almost stolen by Yabu. Smacked out of bounds. Yabu's going to, I guess they're going to say it went off Yabu. Here's the inbound. Maxey almost stole it. Hero gets a layup. Come on. Do we not practice? Come on. Maxey against Larson. Oubre chucks up a 3. Off. Game over. And Paul George fouls him with 12 seconds. I can't even, bro. I can't even. How do you let him go for a free layup? Maxey tapped the ball, and it goes right in the hero. Nobody's in the paint. Absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. Maybe you should have had Justin Edwards in the damn game instead of Eric Gordon. How do you let that happen of all things? Of all things. Man, Nurse is really, I mean, this guy, a head scratcher. Head scratcher with these lineups. Head scratcher. Appreciate everybody being in the chat, though, man. As always, we're going to keep up the coverage as we do. That's what we do, man. We give it to you live and direct during the game, after the game, etc. If Paul George played good tonight, the Sixers would win by 15 plus. That's the fact of the matter. All right, man, here we go. 12 seconds. Sixers need a quick. Now they're going to wipe up the floor. Okay, somebody spilled it. I guess the fans are emptying out already and they've spilled their drinks. Why? Slap in the face to Justin Edwards. And look at that. They get the inbound against Paul George. Now Jovic. And they foul P.O. Larson. Why would you keep Paul George in when he is this slow? Unbelievable. Maxey step back three, airballed, and the game is officially over.
Let's go.
Dude, the Sixers won the possession battle. The Sixers only had 4 turnovers in this game. The Heat had 22, and they lost. How does that even happen, man? How does that even happen? Like, has that ever happened? Has that ever happened? This is one of them games that sting, man. This is one of those games that sting because it should have been a win. We can blame the shooting. We can blame, wasn't their night. But I'm sorry, man. I'm not blaming that stuff. I think the Sixers should have won this game. They should have won this game. Couple reasons they lost. We'll talk about it on the post-game show. $5 super chat from Brian Pumper. He says that regular season MVP was the worst thing to ever happen to this franchise. The moment he got that award, it caused a ripple effect in time. Game 6. Tough one, man. Definitely a tough one. Like I said, it's hard to build consistency when Joel Embiid plays one game and then he doesn't play the next. It's hard to build any type of camaraderie. Paul George comes back tonight after not playing for a while. You see what happens there. Nonetheless, it was a fun stream talking about the trades as they happen with Jimmy Butler going to the Warriors in a 4 or 5 team deal. We will be back tomorrow for the trade deadline, so be sure to tap in live with us. But Sixers lost this game because of 2 reasons tonight. 2 reasons they lost this game tonight. So we're going to talk about that here on the post-game show. We'll get some callers going. We'll get your thoughts as well. Dom says the end of the game lineup was egregious. Jimmy J, I got to give you credit, man. You are still in here trolling us for, 3.5 hours? Man, that's dedication. That is dedication. Embiid says, Paul George has ruined basketball for me. Brian says, we're blaming Embiid. He's never there. Antonio says, can't blame Lowry for this loss. That's for sure. Are you smoking, bro? If so, man, what are you smoking out there, bro? Must be some good stuff. Kyle Lowry might be the worst player in the NBA. He might be the worst player in the NBA. I'm not even joking. Won the turnover battle 22-9. Not even 22-9. 22-4, bro. 22-4. They won the turnover battle 22-4. I don't know if that's ever happened in a basketball game, and they still lost. Zay says, will you stream the Super Bowl? Yeah, we'll stream Postgame over on A to Z Philly. Check out my Eagles channel, man. Mods, drop the link in the chat. Once again, I want to give a shout out to our great partners, National University. Check them out. Check out their flexible online curriculums. Link down below. And check out BetUS. Use code YouTube150. Wow. Lonzo Ball was re-signed to a 2-year extension during this game. Sixer fans thought that by trading KJ Martin and 2 second-round picks that somehow opened up flexibility, and they were very happy that allowed them to sign guys on the buyout market, but there's not going to be any good players on the buyout market. The Sixers are ducking the tax so that Josh Harris does not have to pay tax dollars. They traded away KJ Martin, and they also traded away 2 second-round picks. Sixers' first-round pick is going to go to OKC, and we'll see where they land. But just in the moment tonight, this game was very frustrating. This game was very frustrating. Lowry was a +4. Man, I don't want to come off rude, man. I don't, but we need to stop with the plus-minus, bro. Paul George was a -10. And he was by far the worst player on the floor tonight. Plus-minus means absolutely nothing. To me, it's a meaningless stat. It's a meaningless stat, man. I could be Kyle Lowry. I could be on the floor with the best 4 players on the team, and they do all the work, and I could be a +30, and then I come out and don't play the rest of the game, and I'm a +30. But did I do anything? No. So I don't want to hear about plus-minus. But some of the rotations in this game were absolutely insane. Insane. And once again, the young guys got their minutes cut for Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon. What do you guys think is the number one reason the Sixers lost this game? Then we're going to go to the post game, but I want to know what you think. I want to know what you think. Guys, we do a post game show right here after every game. You don't have to go anywhere. You just got to wait 5 to 10 minutes. Get your popcorn. We got a lot to talk about.
Let's go.
There's just no, I mean, I'm not even going to I'm going to wait for the post game to give my thoughts, but there's just some very questionable decisions, man. Very questionable. $5 super chat, Brian Pumper. What's up, Brian? Thanks for all the love tonight, man. Very much appreciated. No matter whether we all agree or disagree, appreciate everybody being a part of the show as always. Brian says, RB, we can't blame Embiid for this game. I'm just a fanboy, and I want to make sure that you know that. I think Brian's concerns are definitely warranted, man. I mean, you can't build any continuity with Joel Embiid being in one game and being out the next. So we all should be frustrated about that for sure. In terms of the guys that played tonight, I mean, you got to be frustrated at Paul George. That's the guy. That's the guy. And like I said, Nick Nurse, just terrible coach to game tonight. But again, like it's a culture thing. Like they let this stuff happen, you know? They let this stuff happen. They allow these guys to play 5 games and then miss $5 million. So we'll talk about it more in a post game, but
Let's go.
they should have won this game, bro. This was an easy, winnable game. The Heat they're not injured crazy, but they had a whole trade that happened tonight. They got new teammates on the way. They're a 500 team. And I know the Sixers were down a lot of players, but if their $50 million player just gives us 5 more points, gives us 7 more points, the game is tied. 8 more points, they win. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. $5 super chat from Jamal. He says, what is Nurse's infatuation with the Reggie, EG, and Lowry lineup? It is atrocious. You know, Jamal, I feel like I'm in a simulation because I've been saying that every single game, bro. And I said it as soon as I saw it tonight. It is the worst. I want to look up the statistics, honestly. When I get time to do that, I'm going to look up the stats about the Sixers' worst lineup combinations this season. But that Reggie Jackson, Eric Gordon, and Kyle Lowry lineup is the worst lineup in the NBA. I tweeted it in the first quarter or second quarter, whenever it was that he brought it in. Worst lineup I've ever seen. Crazy. It's very weird. It's a weird relationship at this point. It is a weird relationship at this point. So anyway, man, we are going to head over to the postgame show. Call in. I'm going to drop the link in the chat so that way you guys can get at it, man. Join our Discord and get active on the conversation. But the Sixers go down to the Miami Heat 108-101. And they lose to go 10 games under 500. So again, they're not bad enough to tank and get the top 6 pick, but they're not good enough right now, and they're not healthy enough to really be a formidable threat, you know? So it'll be interesting to see if they do anything else by tomorrow. But we will talk about it more. Once again, go to PhillyTakeWithRB.com. Check out our new merch. Cop some merch, support the show, become a channel member, and support our brands, man. All right, man. Shout out to everybody tapping in on the Game Day Show. We'll head over to the post game. We have more to talk about, more to break down, talk about ultimately why this game was lost. So we'll get into that and catch you guys soon, man. All right, man. All right, man. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. There we go. There we go. All right, man. Sixers post-game live. Sixers go down at home in a tough matchup against the Miami Heat. A game they should have won. A game that was in hand. And I know it doesn't seem that way. It's not like they were leading, with a couple seconds to go or anything like that. But a game that felt very controllable. A game that all they needed was just a little extra ounce of effort. A little extra spice. A couple extra plays to make to win that game. And they don't do it. On a night where we're live reacting to Jimmy Butler getting traded to the Warriors, on a night where there's so many moving pieces, the Sixers played a hard-fought cardiac game, and they should have been able to finish it off, but they don't. And there's two reasons why. There's two main reasons, two things we have to talk about, because it's out of this world right now. It's ridiculous. But we'll get into it all, man. Sixer Nation, welcome in to the Sixers post-game live show, live after every single game right here on YouTube. Tap in live with us, or if you are watching this or listening to it back on a post-game audio platform, podcast audio platform, give us a review, give us a subscribe. I can't even talk right now because, one, I'm tired. I'm tired. Back-to-back cardiac games. The Sixers never can make a game easy for us. They have to take us down to the wire. They can never just blow a team out. And number two, there's been so many NBA trades and so many moving pieces going on that it takes you away from the fact that a couple things happen in this game that are absolutely ludicrous. That's right. Insanity. Insanity. But we got to talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to drop in the chat right now. What is the number one reason why the Sixers lost this basketball game? I'm not going to rant here. I'm not going to go absolutely insane and scream, because these are things that we've been seeing all season long. But it's time to call it out because it's unacceptable at this point. It's unacceptable. As the Sixers go down at home, 108-101, they fall to the Miami Heat. The Sixers are now 10 games under 500, so they're not bad enough to tank for that top 6 pick, but they're not good enough to really be a formidable threat. And you can point to a lot of different things. You can point to the fact that Joel Embiid is in one game out the next. You can point to the fact that Drummond was out again tonight with a big toe injury, that, Caleb Martin and KJ Martin are gone, and Quentin Grimes isn't here yet, and Jared McCain's. I can point to all this different stuff. Here's the fact of the matter, all right? I'm going to lay it out real simple for you. This was a 3-point game multiple times in the final 5 minutes. And it was a 3-point game with 28 seconds to go because Tyrese Maxey hit a 27-foot three-pointer. It was a 4-point game with 56 seconds to go because Kelly Oubre hit a 2-point shot. It was a 4-point game with 2 minutes to go after Oubre got to the line and hit free throws. It was a 5-point game after Maxey hit free throws. You notice that there's something missing here? There's a name missing here. Paul George. You notice that? In the biggest moments, in crunch time, there was a play in the corner where Tyrese Maxey ended up missing a shot, but he had to drive in traffic on the baseline. He missed a driving floater with 1:24 to go. You know why? Because Paul George deferred. Paul George didn't want the basketball. And then there was a play later where Tyler Hero ends up making a layup. It was a 3-point game after Maxey hit a crazy step back 3. Maxey did what he could to keep this team in the game. But you know what? Paul George actually made a good defensive play. He pokes it away from Adebayo in the post. Some of the defensive mismatchups were weird, but Paul George pokes it away, and then he doesn't run after the basketball. And the Sixers continue to get out-rebounded, continue to get out-hustled. Nick Nurse doesn't put a Dem Bone in the game, who's by far the best rebounder. And Paul George does not show up on either side of the basketball. And in crunch time, he played like he was a $10 million role player instead of a $50 million star. I get it. It's your first game back. Might be rusty, whatever. You're sore pinky. But you know what, man? Paul George, again, does not attack. He does not find his spots on the floor. He continues to settle for this awful step back two that I can't stand to watch anymore. He defers to Tyrese Maxey. And in this basketball game, Paul George simply, again, as a max player, goes 3 for 11 with 9 points. 1 rebound. No effort. 1 rebound for Paul George. 2 assists. Are you kidding me? He had 3 steals. He had more steals than rebounds and assists. You can't play like that, man. 3 for 11. All 3 of his field goals were 3-pointers. He didn't do anything inside the arc. He didn't get to any spots on the floor. He looked slow. He looked washed. And he was ran off the floor. I understand he's been up and down with injuries. I understand he's been banged up every which way. But Paul George simply is not good enough. And the Sixers are looking right now like they got absolutely bamboozled into a max contract. I mean, this is feeling like deja vu with Tobias Harris. Am I crazy for saying that? Am I crazy? Does this feel like Tobias Harris all over again? This is unreal. If Paul George scores 8 more points, the Sixers win the game. He didn't get to the free throw line once. He wasn't aggressive. He's playing cute. He's playing, I don't want to say soft, but just like I have to be picture perfect. He's playing like Tobias Harris. Unbelievable, man. Paul George ain't the same player anymore, man. 34 years old. Any chance of getting him out of here now is gone because Jimmy Butler gets traded to the Golden State Warriors. I kept saying maybe it could be a 3-team trade. Maybe he could get involved in that. Nobody's taking Paul George. Do they see the way he's playing right now? It's not only this year, but it's the next 3 seasons. There's no hope for that contract right now. Paul George was absolutely miserable. You can look at Yabusele, but what did he have? 9 rebounds. Even though it wasn't the best scoring night for Yabusele, he had 9 points and 9 rebounds. Justin Edwards. Oh, we'll talk about Justin Edwards because I don't know if I've been this mad all season about young players. I think early in the season we screamed, give them a chance, play the youth. But tonight, what Nick Nurse did, he's the other reason the Sixers lost this game. What Nick Nurse did tonight was absolutely inexcusable. There is no clear solution for it other than they have to be tanking. But you know what the funny part is? They're not tanking because they bring back Joel Embiid. They bring back Paul George. They start to win games. They're not tanking. Nick Nurse might actually be this bad. Nick Nurse might actually have lost his mind. Justin Edwards had 8 points tonight. 4 rebounds, 3 assists. How many minutes did Justin Edwards play? He played 24 minutes. Ricky Council played 5 minutes in this ball game, and I didn't even notice it in real time. I'm sitting here on the live stream. We're calling the game, but we're also paying attention to the Jimmy Butler trade as it turns into a 3, 4, 5-team deal. And we're so hyper-focused on that midway through the third quarter, Ricky Council gets subbed into the ball game, and I check the box score, and it says 0 minutes played. And I'm sitting there, I'm going, wait. Did Ricky Council not play tonight yet? Ricky Council, the guy who's been putting up 9, 10 points a game off the bench, who has sparked some electricity in this team, a young guy that can run up and down the floor. You're going up against Miami, by the way, who likes to play speedy. They like to play up-tempo quick. They like to switch everything, get up in your grill. Ricky Council didn't play to the end of the third quarter. Ricky Council only played 5 minutes in this game. Justin Edwards had his minutes cut because deep into the fourth quarter, Nick Nurse is playing Reggie Jackson, Eric Gordon, and Kyle Lowry. 2 times in this game, Nick Nurse went to the Eric Gordon, Kyle Lowry, and Reggie Jackson lineup, and I have to check the numbers, but it has to be by far the worst lineup in the NBA. Definitely the worst Sixers lineup. The most inefficient lineup I've ever seen. Eric Gordon was injured last game. Yes, he's been playing well. But he comes back tonight. He plays 26 minutes off the bench. Eric Gordon played more minutes than Justin Edwards. There is no excuse for this, man. We're not going to come on here and say, well, maybe Nurse is tanking. Maybe Nurse is tanking. They're not tanking. They're trying to win. And Nick Nurse thought that the best way to win tonight was to play Eric Gordon more minutes than Justin Edwards. And to play Ricky Council for 5 minutes. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Matter of fact, Reggie Jackson had 10 points off the bench in 12 minutes, and he benches him for Kyle Lowry. I can't put my finger on it. I can't come to a conclusion how Nick Nurse thinks that this is actually the best way to win. You have these young guys who are playing like they're on fire. That like they want it. They want those spots. They want to win. And you bench them for these 37-year-old veterans who don't have anything left. The only other possible scenario tonight would be that they are trying to boost the trade value of Eric Gordon and Kyle Lowry for the trade deadline tomorrow. But here, breaking news, they made it worse. They made it worse. So we could talk about all the issues and the inconsistency and this and that. This was a winnable game. Let me tell you something. Let me blow your mind with a crazy stat. I don't know if this has ever happened in NBA history. The Sixers won the turnover possession battle by 18. The Sixers had 4 turnovers in this ball game. 4. They played a clean game. 4 turnovers. The Heat had 22, and they lost. Here it says 5. 5 turnovers for the Sixers. 22 for Miami. How did they lose this game? Here's a way. You get absolutely shredded on the glass. Late in this game, Nurse keeps Yabusele in at center. And I'm screaming on the live stream here as we're live reacting, put Adem Bona back in the game. Adem Bona got his minutes cut yesterday. Tonight he plays 18 minutes, 5 boards and 11 points off the bench. He's everywhere. He's jumping left and right, up and down. He's hopping around. Brings the only athleticism you see tonight. Yabusele had 9 boards, but he was completely outworked by Bam Adebayo, who had 13 rebounds, and Khalil Ware, who had 13 rebounds. Yabusele just is not a center. It's not his position. It's not what he does. He's played it. He's filled in. But without Embiid and Drummond, you need athletic rebounders like Adem Bona. How many times have I been screaming this year that you need more rebounding? And just going along with the theme here, Nick Nurse doesn't realize that late in the game, you got to put in an athletic rebounder because you're getting shredded. There was one possession early in this game where the Sixers gave up, I think it was 6 rebounds on one possession. It was absolutely unreal. And the fact that he goes away from the youth that would have won this game and keeps Eric Gordon and Paul George in this game is just absolutely unfathomable. Unfathomable. And it all comes on a day where the Sixers trade KJ Martin, who I know is not healthy right now, but they trade KJ Martin along with 2 second-round picks for absolutely nothing. And Sixer fans, some of them were trying to argue that, well, at least they can sign guys on the buyout market. And during the game, Lonzo Ball inks a 2-year extension with Chicago, who might be the only worse front office than the Sixers. Now the Sixers can't get him. They're not going to get anybody on the buyout market that can solve the rebounding issues of this team. They're not going to get anybody. They dumped KJ Martin's salary because the ownership wants to duck the salary, the tax line. They don't want to pay tax. They could have waited the rest of the season, dumped KJ Martin's contract for nothing. They could have waived them. It was non-guaranteed next year. But they decide to do it today, and they give up 2 second-round picks to do it because they don't want to pay tax, because the owners don't give a crap. Don't we see it now? So they're not tanking. They're not bad enough to tank, but they're not good enough to win. They give away 2 valuable draft picks to get off of KJ Martin because they signed him to a balloon contract, which means he has an inflated number because they were going to use him to trade for a better player, but now they clean up their own mess and they give up 2 second-round picks to do it just because they don't want to pull out the checkbook and pay some tax. That is where we are at. Sixers have about, 17 hours? 17 hours until the trade deadline? What are they going to do now? Here's my guess. They'll trade Andre Drummond and Eric Gordon and get back 2 second-round picks. So they'll negate the mess that they just created with KJ Martin just to, break even with second-round picks that they just traded. The Sixers are absolutely lost. And I'm not just saying that tonight because they lost this game, but there is no direction, man. Quentin Grimes was a player that everybody was looking for tonight. Hey, is Quentin Grimes going to play? Is he going to play his first game? He didn't get to play because the trade, I guess, hasn't been finalized. Is Nick Nurse going to play Quentin Grimes? That's a serious question. Is Nick Nurse going to play Quentin Grimes? Is he actually going to play him? Because he won't play Ricky Council over Eric Gordon and Kyle Lowry. And he won't play Justin Edwards the amount of minutes that he deserved tonight because of Eric Gordon and Kyle Lowry. Do we not understand how ass backwards this is, man? And I'm just tired of saying it. I say it every game, man. I say it every game. Shout out to Rachel Tyson in the chat. She says, I was at the game and I was screaming, but they didn't hear me. Yeah, nobody was moving around. Exactly. Chris Martin says, keep all the young players in all game Nurse. Is Nick Nurse a negative for this team? This might be the most frustrated I have been with Nick Nurse because earlier in the season, we kept saying, play the youth. But now, in a game where they're building up momentum, in a game where the young guys have been building up crazy momentum, you eat away all their minutes for Eric Gordon and Kyle Lowry. The obsession with Kyle Lowry has to be studied, ladies and gentlemen. It has to actually be studied. I'm not even joking, man. Paul George is also just so bad. He has showed us little glimpses in the preseason. He was sharp, but the injuries have piled up. He can't beat anybody off the dribble. Apparently his left pinky is bothering him. And the Sixers had a game that they should have won, and they didn't. Couple other things I want to say about this game. Kelly Oubre and his tunnel vision are insane. I've never seen a guy be so confident on a fast break just to try to go up against 3 defenders like Kelly Oubre. Yabusele's not a center. Can't blame him. Tyrese Maxey had 31 tonight, which I didn't even feel like he had 31. It was an inefficient game for Tyrese Maxey, but in no way, shape, or form can I fault the guy that has been playing out of his mind lately. And in no way, shape, or form can I blame the guy that tried to leave it all out there on the court tonight. Tyrese Maxey was fighting through the incompetency of his co-star. Tyrese Maxey tried. I mean, in the second half, he was on a heater. There's nothing else Maxey could do. Maxey did everything he could in this game. So I can't be mad at Tyrese Maxey. But $2 super chat from Bernard McCoy says Grimes being held up by Caleb Martin's physical. Yeah. And it's getting to be a little bit extensive here, don't you think? Don't you think that Caleb Martin's physical is getting a little bit curious at this point? Is he going to pass it? Is it going to be finalized, or are we going to have to revert this trade? Is it going to get rescinded or what? Because it's getting kind of weird. I'll be honest. It's getting pretty weird. It's getting pretty weird. All right, man. We'll take a couple phone calls. Sixers go down in disappointing fashion. I cannot understand the obsession by Nick Nurse for Kyle Lowry. And it is very frustrating. But then again, you circle it back to Joel Embiid not playing basketball games. You circle it back to Paul George being in and out. No continuity, man. No continuity. Sixers are going to be bad enough to not be competitive, but they're going to be good enough to avoid the top 6 pick. All right, man. Before we jump over to the phone lines, join the Discord, man. Call into the show if you want to give some thoughts. We'll be live tomorrow as well for the trade deadline, as it has been already an insane deadline. I'm sure more is to come. But got to let you guys know one more time about BetUS. The Sixers came into this game as a slight favorite, believe it or not. They started the day as a slight underdog. Then they came in as a slight favorite because Paul George was ruled in. And I guess the odds makers haven't caught on to the idea that Paul George is not playing good this season. So they made the Sixers a favorite in this game. And the Sixers still ended up losing. And I said the score would be 107-104. It was 108-101. Heat got the W. But hopefully he didn't take the Sixers tonight. I did say it would be a pick'em game. I said it would be very close. But right now you can use code YouTube150 over on BetUS.com. Get a 150% deposit match bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. So I was wrong tonight, but I did say it would be very close. And matter of fact, you can actually bet on the team that Paul George will go to if he does get traded. Now, this is obviously going to be a lot different. Golden State traded for Jimmy Butler in a 5-team trade. So that feels like the only shot you had to move Paul George. So he's going to stay here. He's going to stay. Atlanta Hawks, maybe? Atlanta? Could that be the team? Miami's not doing it. Golden State's not doing it. The Sixers are officially stuck with the Paul George contract. Maybe not just this year, but for the next several years. So once again, go check out BetUS, man. Use the code U2150 to get a 150% deposit match bonus up to $2,000 on your first bet. All right, man. Frustrating loss. Frustrating loss. I want to hear what Sixer fans have to say about it, though. We got a poll going in the chat right now. Vote on the poll. Who is most to blame for the loss? 54% say Paul George. 28% say Nick Nurse. 10% say lack of shooting. Keep in mind, Sixers were abysmal tonight. 12 for 40 from 3. 30%. Not a lot of movement. Like I said, when you bring in Joel, when you bring in Paul George, the ball seems to really slow down. I thought the Heat did a good job early of trapping Maxey. You know, they were throwing a lot of looks at him, but Maxey started to beat it. He learned how to adjust. But the problem is that Nick Nurse did not adjust, and Paul George just did not have it again. So let's go ahead and go see what the Sixer fans are thinking. Let's go to the Discord, man. We got our boy Evan waiting on the Discord. Evan on the Discord. Evan, what's up, man?
What up, Bart?
Evan, what's up, man?
Bro, I'm back, and I thought we were back, bro. I don't think we're back.
So now you're flip-flopping, man. We're cooked now. We're cooked.
Yo. We're fried. I'm not gonna lie. We're deep fried. We're fried chicken or beef.
I hate, man. Evan, I hate how every game we got to feel like this, man. It's really not that hard, bro.
I get so high on the team, and I just get so low.
Well, let me ask you, why do you think we're cooked overall?
I mean, I just don't, honestly, I came in here to ask you.
Yeah.
What do we do? Like, what's tomorrow look like for us? Like, what are we like? Are we going to do anything?
Do you want what I would do or what I think is going to happen? Because those are two different answers.
Yeah, I want both, honestly.
What I would do if I was Daryl Morey is I would go to Starbucks, I would get an espresso, maybe a 5, and I would stay up all night and try to call every GM in the league and see if I could get off this contract. Now, what I think is going to happen is the Sixers have already ducked the tax. They're not paying tax. they're going to wake up and they're going to trade Eric Gordon.
Josh Harris, dude.
They're going to trade Eric Gordon for a 2029 second round pick. And they're going to trade Andre Drummond for a second round pick. And they're going to make up the picks that they gave up today in the KJ Martin trade. And they're going to get second round picks back to kind of negate that. That's what I think is going to happen. And they're going to ride the rest of the season and see if Joel and PG can play.
Like, it's always next year, dude.
Yeah, they're going to sell us the hope of Joel, PG, and Maxey again next year. That's what I think is going to happen.
I mean, honestly, like, I just like Maxey. I love Maxey, man. And I also like another bright spot that we forget about is McCain. Like, I feel like this team would look a lot better with McCain.
No, 100%. They imagine a lineup of Maxey, McCain, Edwards, Yabusele, and whoever else.
I love that dude, man. Oh my gosh, I've loved him since like the first game.
Yeah. But the problem is that, again, tonight, the coach yanked out the young players to play the old guys again. And
exactly. Freaking Kyle Lowry, dude. Like, that little chubby dude. He's just too old. Like, he's got to go.
He's old and he has zero talent left.
Exactly.
And Nurse continues to play him as if he's good. I don't get it.
The only team that Kyle Lowry would even like play for, I think, at this point, is the only team that Nick Nurse is coaching. Wherever Nick Nurse is the only, like, Kyle Lowry is not, like, nobody wants him. There's a reason why we signed him for like a veteran minimum, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's head scratching, and it makes you feel like something weird is going on behind the scenes.
I just want him to like blow it up tomorrow. Like, just blow it up.
Yeah, just not gonna happen.
Just blow it up, dude. I just like do something, man. Please.
You had your chance to move Paul George and you didn't take it. So
I just want like a direction, you know? Like, I just want like a somewhere to go. Like, I just want like a goal in mind. Right now we just have an injured Joel. Or he's not even injured, but he doesn't even play. So what's the difference? And then Paul George is injured. Fucking 40 million or 60 million for.
Yeah, it's insane, man. I guess the only thing I could say hope wise is, like you said, at least McCain's coming back next year, Maxey McCain. Yeah. But the way that Josh Harris talks about, say, the Commanders, and the way he talks about the Sixers are just.
It gives me no hope for the future at all. Like, I just feel like we're just like what you said, like an afterthought. Like, it's like so.
Yep.
Low.
That's all we are. We are an afterthought, man. But Evan, appreciate you calling in, bro. As always, please keep calling in. Good to hear from you, man.
CRB.
Thank you, man. Shout out to Evan on the Discord. $2 super chat from Nick Marchetti. He says Pinky P's contract might be the worst in NBA history. I love how everybody has started calling him Pinky P, man. It something does have to be said. Like, I know I compared his play to Tobias a few minutes ago, but this guy had a pinky injury on his non-shooting hand that was not broken or torn per the scans. My man's pinky was not broken. It was not torn. And even if it was, like, there's a lot of guys that would play through that injury. I'm just saying, man. He dropped a nice little podcast episode today. He was reacting to the Luka Doncic trade. I just don't get it. I don't. I know you've signed these guys to big contracts, but you see the production that Ricky Council has had. You see the production that Adem Bona, that Justin Edwards have had, and you come in and you cut their minutes, which makes absolutely no damn sense. I don't get it. iShowKey28 member for 10 months says, Yo, RB, Pinky P is a fraud. Yeah, Sixer fans have had it up to here. You know what I mean? The guy is not getting any better. Next year, he's only getting older. The next year after that, he's going to be even older. The Paul George contract is just, it's unbelievable, man. Let me go ahead and pull it up so I can just make your night even worse. Paul George cap hit this year, $49.2 million. Next year, $51.6 million. 2026, $54.1 million. And in 2027, a player option for $56.5 million. It's actually insane. Robert Olson in the chat says, Nurse sacrificing the team for Lowry. Paul George is not as good. Joel plays too far from the paint. Bring Joel to the paint, and the good young players get to play. I think the young players are doing what they can too, you know, having to fight through a bunch of adversity with this team. Like, they're probably tired of it too. They're probably tired of it too, man. But I think Sixer fans are at a dead end, you know? I think they're at a dead end of just like, damn, man. Like, why us? Why us, you know? Why us? I think that's where they're at, you know? Just frustrating, man. Really is. All right, let's go back to the Discord, see what the people are thinking. We got Cool J on the Discord. Cool J on the Discord. Cool J.
Yo, RB.
What up, Cool J?
What did I tell you last night? I said there were the two options. They were going to try and trade King Martin for something good, or they were going to blow that chance, and not take anybody. And what happened? They did the second option immediately, and did not take anybody, and blew up another chance.
Yeah, man. For anybody that's trying to defend that move, it was an absolute salary dump so that Josh Harris does not have to pay tax. That's literally what it is. And I wouldn't be surprised now if they don't do anything else, but I think they'll trade off, a couple more vets just to get a couple picks back. And, I just think it's ridiculous what they're doing, and they have no direction. They have no direction.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. And like this game, like everything just blew up in the fourth quarter as usual.
Yep.
Like they played Kyle Lowry, and they really had Dembona, Reed Council, and other players that can definitely do a better job. They decided to cut everybody off, like you said, and play a literal player who averages 4.3 points per game.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's unbelievable, man. And Cool J, you've been calling it all season, man. We've been saying the same things every game. Like, I'm tired of saying it, but I just think I'm like, at this point, I think I'm even more mad at Nick Nurse because, again, it's like, now we've seen what Ricky Council and what Dembona and what Justin Edwards can do. Like last night, I was singing the praise for Edwards, calling him the next Isaiah Joe, because I think he has the talent. And you come in, and when you needed a stop in the fourth quarter and you needed some youth and some guys that could run around and grab the basketball, you take all the young guys out and you put in the old guys. It makes zero sense. And again, it goes back. All right, are we tanking? No, we're not. So why? That means Nick Nurse thought that was the best way to win this game, and it's inexcusable.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely inexcusable. And like you said, the Sixers literally had the turnovers. They were winning the turnover point. They literally had he had 22 turnovers.
Yep.
We only had 5.
Yeah.
We literally were dominating. We literally were dominating the turnover point. But then they had 54 rebounds. We were bad at rebounding. Terrible with free throws.
Yep. And
terrible in the field.
Yep. This game was winnable, man. They lost it themselves. I can't blame the refs, even though the refs had 3 egregious possessions in a row at the end. We could blame that. We could blame Embiid. Nah. I'm blaming the guys that were on the court. You had this game won, and you blew it.
Yeah, it goes back to the other games as well. Like they literally were last two games. They literally were free throws that cost them the game. Like nobody can shoot a free throw. Like take the shot when you need to take a shot, because those are really crucial, especially when it comes to crunch time.
And it's another thing, Cool J, that you just reminded me of, that last play, where they're trying to defend the inbounds. First off, they should have had the young guys in, but then Maxey taps the basketball, gets a hand on it, and it goes to Tyler Hero, who gets a wide open layup. Like they didn't even practice that type of, inbounds possession. Like do they practice these things? Like I know they don't practice as much during the season, but you got to have good situational awareness, and you can't leave an open hole to the basket like that to make it a 5-point game. So like I said, just the fundamentals, man, are not there as well.
Yeah, that's something you work on, like, trying to like get up, like, try and find people immediately and just start making shots. Otherwise, they're just, you'll blow those opportunities, and the other team will try and dominate you from that
Yep.
from that category.
Yep. Absolutely, man. Hey, you got anything else for me tonight?
All I can say is that we have the Pistons on Friday, then Milwaukee, then Toronto, and then Brooklyn, then we face Boston again. It's gonna be a couple of weeks. It'll be a long week.
Yep. It is, man. We'll see if they can get some wins, but to do that, they need their stars to play and to play well. And who knows if they can do that right now.
Yeah.
All right, Cool J. Appreciate you calling in, bro. As always, man.
Of course, everybody's having me in.
Shout out to Cool J on the Discord, man. Shout out to everybody. I'm tired, guys. Back-to-back games, cardiac fashion. We'll be live tomorrow for a couple hours. We'll be, covering the trade deadline. We have a chain going here in the live chat of people giving new nicknames for Paul George. I see Pessimistic P, Pesky P, Podcast P, Perilous P, Podiatrist P, Practice P, Pompous P. You guys are hilarious, man. You guys are hilarious. Yeah, the ups and downs of the 2024-25 76ers. Just a crazy, crazy franchise. Like I said, today they tipped their hand. They showed us what their plan was for the trade deadline, and tomorrow they will execute that. But we'll see what happens in the next 15, 16 hours. We'll be live tomorrow, probably either 12 to 3 Eastern or 1 to 3 Eastern. We do a annual trade deadline show, one of our best of the year. We live react to all the trades. We'll see if this team does anything else. But Pistons on Friday. Nick Nurse says he's hopeful Quentin Grimes will make his debut. He's also hopeful that Joel Embiid will come back. Maybe he'll play next game. Maybe he won't. Who knows? But Paul George's performance and Nick Nurse's inability to stick with what works lost this team the game tonight, and they got to fix it moving forward. They're now 10 games under 500. We will see what happens. Sixers go down 108-101. Once again, shout out to BetUS. Go check them out. National University, RocketMoney. Appreciate all of our partners, man. And we'll be back shortly for the post game. Not the post game. I'm losing it right now. I'm losing it. The trade deadline. Trade deadline tomorrow, man. Crazy trades already. We'll see if anybody else gets moved, especially for the Sixers. If any moves happen tonight at 1 a.m., don't know if I'll be up. Got to get ready for tomorrow, but try our best, man. Philly Take with RB, Sixers post-game live show. Thank you all for tapping in as always, man. Number one show for the fans. We keep it live and direct every single game. Enjoy the rest of your night. Get some rest. We'll be back at it tomorrow afternoon. Catch you on the next one. Peace.